Gabriel up. She take the biggest L out of the
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Renting my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Renting my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they don't know. Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Renting my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Renting my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they don't know.
Setting Dylan Gabriel up. She take the biggest L out of the
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Renting my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Renting my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they don't know. Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Renting my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Renting my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they don't know.
Setting Dylan Gabriel up. She take the biggest L out of the
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Renting my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Renting my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they don't know. Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Renting my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Renting my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they don't know.
Setting Dylan Gabriel up. She take the biggest L out of the
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Renting my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Renting my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they don't know. Look at what I did. Look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they
They're
don't
setting Dylan Gabriel up to take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. What is going on? We are in here. We are in here. Make sure my sound check is good so we can get this thing started on this Good Friday. Let's give myself another second or so. How y'all feeling on this Friday? How is everybody doing? Come on, sound check. I'm that far behind. I'm that far behind. All right, good. We good. We good. Sound check is good. I got a paranoia. So if you haven't been watching me for a long time, when I used to go live on TikTok and on X, I filmed an entire, I think it was about 2.5 hours, 2.5 hour podcast with no audio from me, but you can hear the audio from everything I play. It was a disaster. So little bit of paranoia right there, just a little bit. But let's get to it. Let's get to it. We got a good stream laid out for today. So Kirk Cousins, his agent is the GOAT. I believe Kirk Cousins is on his 10th or 11th fully guaranteed contract. Insane. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to the details of it. It was initially reported as a 5-year, $172 million deal. As they break it down and look at it, that's not what it is. We're gonna get to that. Kirk Cousins saying, "Show me the money." Kirk Cousins signing with the Raiders. What does that mean for Fernando Mendoza? We're also going to look at how people view Ty Simpson. Then we got to rewind it back. Shout out to Black Pearl. Black Pearl put some things in our group chat on Patreon. And now, after Fernando Mendoza's pro day, we see that Fernando Mendoza also passed the ball. So we got to have a conversation, y'all. So we're going to go back to, an old video from me on TikTok talking about that very subject. 92.3 The Fan. Y'all know Ken and Lima, I don't really play them that much, but I'm going to play them this morning because I want to make it clear what they are attempting to do. Then we're going to get to, we got Deebo and Joe on the stream today. We got Todd Monken. If he's asked another question about reps or about the horse head gift that Shedeur gave him, I think he's going to go crazy. So we going to get to that. We got a jam-packed stream today. We're going to get to it all. We're going to get to it all on this Good Friday. But we're going to do what we do regardless. Regardless. We are going to greet everybody as they come in. Also, on your way in, hit that like button. On the way in, hit that like button for me, y'all. Tika's here early. Good morning.
I don't think he went to school nowhere. If he went to school, he didn't learn nothing.
He didn't learn nothing. Good morning, Tim Moss. How you been doing, man? It's been a while. Good to see you again. Yep, it's a beautiful day. Definitely a beautiful day. Miss Pamela, good morning. Hey there, everybody. Black Pearl, top of the morning, TGIF. Good Friday, y'all. Peace and blessings to all. Shout out to you, Tim Moss. We appreciate you. Good morning, Charmaine, hardest working woman in Ohio. Buenos dias, Brent. It's funny. So the other day, Brent, you typed something. It was in Spanish. I didn't know YouTube added a new auto translate feature. So I had to turn it off. But if you were to type in my chat in a different language, YouTube was auto translating whatever language you typed in. They were translating it to English, which I noticed it. I kind of saw it. I was like, wait, you typed that in Spanish, it changes to English, and then I have my other chat where I actually saw it in Spanish. So I had to turn that setting off. It was kind of messing with me. Zedric, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Cole, you stupid.
We do not care.
We do not care. Hopefully you're doing good on this Friday, Zedric. Hopefully you're doing good. Where do we leave off at? Right here, A.M. Williams. A.M. Williams, good morning. How you feeling today? Good morning. Keith Hunt, Jersey in the building. Good morning. No more Ty Simpson talk. Please get away too carried away in these streets. It's actually gonna be short and sweet. It's the arena. I haven't looked at the arena in a while, but they added someone else. And I thought his breakdown of Ty Simpson was really good. It's straight to the point too. So it's not gonna be extended. It's not gonna be long. We're gonna be mindful of your time. We're gonna be mindful. I told y'all 6 months ago, Mendoza is 5th round talent to me. No to Ty. Yeah, it's crazy. I heard Dan Orlovsky breaking down something about Fernando Mendoza, just stating the change and adjustment he was going to make. Fernando Mendoza, out of like 1,000 snaps, he's only snapped the ball under center 5 times. Do y'all remember they made a big deal about Shedeur not snapping the ball from under center, and they were like, oh, it's going to be this big adjustment and all this stuff? Fernando Mendoza is only taking 5 snaps under center. So once you really look at the film, you see that Fernando Mendoza was not running NFL-style offense in college. He was not. Maybe that's why they signed Kirk Cousins. We'll see. C. Brown Run, good morning. We're getting ready to see crash outs at epic proportions, especially the longer they feel out the loop. Also, they don't want people pulling receipts on them. Don't put no receipts on me. Stop by say Evar. And also shout out to you. Thank you for joining Patreon as an all access member. We see you over there being active. Shout out to you. Buckle up. It's about to get dangerous. Yes, as Shedeur and C.A. Anderson would say, it's about to get dangerous. They don't want people pulling receipts on them, but we're going to get to it. We're going to explain it and break it down and kind of do something I haven't did in a very long time. I have not played something from Anthony Lima and Ken Carmen in a very long time, but I got to play it because I got to expose what they're trying to do. I got to show y'all. I have to show you. Let's get it, y'all. Also, I know the bot ain't been the best, but if y'all notice, me and the bot, we had a talk. We had a very nice talk. The bot has been handling himself a whole lot better lately. So hopefully y'all notice the difference. Tap in. We got the merch dropping really, really, really soon. Merch could be dropping any day, y'all, now. It could be dropping any day now. So just be ready. Also, listen to the bot. Stop what you're doing. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Tool Man, what's going on? How you doing, man? How you doing? All right, let's get going. Let's get this motivation started. We're going to take it back. This motivation is going to be from Eric Thomas. This is going to be, I don't know if I got my stuff set up over here. All right, let's get the camera straight. This is going to be from Eric Thomas 6 years ago. I like this so much. I was watching this and I was like, I think this is what I want to go with motivation. Receipts is the real reason Cleveland media don't like Shedeur supporters. Black Pearl, I'm with you when you're right now. That is a fact. All right, this is E.T. 6 years ago, I believe Chris Paul had him speak to some basketball players 6 years ago. But check this out. He's asking them what will they do to separate themselves from everyone else. Let's get it.
Good. So you need to be up at least by what? 7. Am I better than the other motivational speakers? I don't know if I'm more talented than them. I just know I get up at 3 o'clock and put my videos out first. I just know I do 5 a day. So if you're actually better than me, nobody will know. All right, watch this. Tony Robbins back in the day, Les Brown back in the day, when you watched a 2-minute video and you ordered one of their videos, how long you think it take for the CD to get to the crib or the DVD to get to your crib? Anybody, how long you think it takes? 4 weeks. 4 weeks. I did something nobody else did. I gave away my content. I put my content out every day. You're probably in love with ET at that point. You're about to get a divorce. You just failed your bar exam. Your team just lost in the championship. You don't need motivation 4 weeks from now. I saw a gap, y'all. I saw a gap in the industry, and I said, just give your stuff away for free. And guess what? When you give it away for free, they will be endeared to you because I believe the content is sweet. You know when you go to the grocery store or you go to the mall and they say, try fried rice. You're like, yo, I'm good on that. No, try fried rice. You're like, bro, I want to try fried rice. And then you taste it, you're like, ooh. They're like, come, $5.99. Right? They gave it to you for free. And then you bid it for free, and guess what happened? You bought a whole meal. So I'm being real. What are you going to do to separate yourself?
This was so good. I was watching this. I was like, man, especially when you're at the mall, the fried rice example. That's the truth. Man, they've been giving away samples in the mall for as long as I can remember, since I was a little kid. It still works to this day. It still works to this day. Also, with him saying he's just going to get up, he's going to put his videos out. That's one thing I try to make sure you get 2 short clips. Rain, sleet, or snow. I do have moments where I mess up. Like if y'all see, if I go a day where I don't put a video out on one of the platforms, that means I just clicked the wrong day when I was scheduling it. But I started with first initially 90 days. And then after the 90 days, I'm like, rain, sleet, or snow, you're going to get 2 shorts a day. Because I do long form content. So everybody doesn't have 2 hours to sit with me, and I understand that. So I make sure 2 times a day you're going to get something from me, depending on whichever platform you're on. So we're going to keep getting it. Shout out to Sonia. Is that Sonia? I think that's Sonia. Sonia or Sonia. Salute, brother. Great content as usual. I'm confused how Mary Kay, a.k.a. Karen, wants to draft Ty Simpson with the 6th pick. Diabolical. I'll tell y'all something funny about Mary Kay. I don't have the video on ready to go, or if I did, I would just play it for y'all. Last year, when everybody came into their coverage of the Cleveland Browns, Streamlabs, you are tripping. Streamlabs is tripping, my bad. Right when I was giving Streamlabs bot props, you just can't enjoy, you can't enjoy the props. Everybody was quoting Mary Kay like Mary Kay was this football aficionado. And I remember I put out a video, and it was me explaining last year, Mary Kay wanted to draft Shedeur at number 2. She then wanted to trade back into the first round and draft Tyler Shuck late. So she wanted to draft Shedeur at number 2, give up additional draft capital, whatever it took, to get back into the first round to take another first round quarterback last year. When I put that video out, it was to show the people, this is not the person that you want to get your football analysis from. That was a year ago. So I'm not surprised by her wanting to draft Ty Simpson. To her, even though it's 11 players on offense, to her it's only one. It's the quarterback. There's nobody else out there, just a quarterback. So that's why she puts so much emphasis on it. And that's why all her questions are geared towards it. So that's just Mary Kay. That's Mary Kay. Just tripping. Detroit Gemini. Happy Friday. Yeah, we got this thing kicked off early. So we're going to get back to ET. We're going to get back to ET. Yeah, Black Pearl, I like that. Black Pearl, it works. It works. You know, you go to the restaurant, what they do? Are you at the mall? You going through the food court? Try it. They get you right over there, $5.99. You see, that's why I can't say good stuff about the bot, because the bot just gets tripping. My bad. Keep Mathis, what is going on? Let me get to it.
45-47.
Y'all know I be hesitant to say it now because I want to say 45-37. I'm telling you, it's an internal fight with myself every time I play Key Mathis intro. Key Mathis says, "Hey, happy Good Friday, family." He got up. Yes, he did. Shout out to Key Mathis. Key Mathis was holding it down in the group chat, y'all. Key Mathis let us know when they put those number 2 Shedeur jerseys on sale in the group chat. So shout out to Key Mathis. We were able to jump on them things early. One thing I still noticed though, I think in the email, mine said I wasn't gonna get mine until I think it was May 20th. I was like, man, and I thought I was at the head of the line. So shout out to Key Mathis. We appreciate you. We definitely jumped on those 2 jerseys early. D, she definitely did say that. Yeah, it's on my TikTok. I broke that down a minute ago when she said that. I was like, hey, that's not the person. The bot is tripping Zedric. Messi K is quarterback obsessed. She believes that's the only person on the football field. Messi K is unserious. We have a major holes on offense. Yes. It makes no sense. Mary K be saying anything for clickbait at this point. She don't even believe what she's saying. I wish I could give her that out. I think she believe this stuff, y'all. I think she believe it. Cause I don't think she know. You're saying April? Maybe I'm tripping. Let me see. Let me double check. If I thought mine said May 20th, and I was like, man, really? Let me see. Let me go back and look through it real quick. Y'all see, I be getting distracted, y'all. But we in the conversation now. Did y'all say April? Y'all said April 20th? Let me see. Yeah, I'm not tripping. I don't know if let me see. Y'all don't take my order number. Actually, let me do this. Let me screenshot it, and then I'm gonna show y'all because my stuff say May 20th. May 20th. Let me edit this real quick. I don't want nobody to take my order number. Man, stop turning. Sorry, y'all. I just got a little distracted with this. But we here now. All right, let me show y'all. This is what mine said. Let me see if I can get it on camera. Yeah, I thought I was tripping. Yeah, mine say May 20th. I was like, what's going on? Yeah. I thought I was tripping. I'm like, dang, how many I thought I was at the front of the line. I thought I was at the front of the line. See, Anderson, what's going on?
This is a foolishness. Foolishness.
Man, did I just tune in and hear my name? Good morning, D. Off the record family. Yes, sir. It's about to get dangerous. Riding with the homies. Diamond in the back. Sun rooftop. Digging in the scene with the gangster lane. What is going on, C.A. Anderson? Yes, you did. Using your and Shedeur's quote, it's about to get dangerous. It's about to get dangerous. Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Key Mathis. Miss Brown, what's going on? How you feeling? Today? Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with my Black Pro. Yours said April. Mine said mine is you see it, it's May 20th. I was like, man, oh man. Key Mathis says May 19th. Yeah, I hit the link right away. CL7 111. What is going on? Happy Friday. Happy Good Friday, man. Mine says estimated delivery April 5th. I don't know. I will keep y'all posted. Black Pearl, you got super, super lucky if yours is dropping that quick. Because mine, they definitely put me at the back of the list. They put me at the back of the list, for real. Y'all see Jake and Judy, Isaiah Bond, Jamari Thrash working out Watson video? Yes, I saw that video. It's chopped up. They're in South Florida, but I believe Shedeur is in South Florida too. If I'm not mistaken, I think the gym that they were in is in South Florida. Don't quote me 1,000%, but I believe it is. So they might all be there. Where can you order your jersey? Fanatics. If you order from Fanatics, they have a free shipping offer if you order anything over, I think it's $39. So definitely tap in to Fanatics. Shout out to Keith Hunt.
I got money.
Shout out to Keith Hunt. He said, here's something towards the new jersey, D. I appreciate you as always. Thank you so much, Keith Hunt. Jersey in the building. Yes. We've been on Jersey Watch. And we're like, we'll get ours early. We're going to get them early. So I appreciate you chipping in. I'll let you know when it gets here. So thank you so much, Keith Hunt. I appreciate you and all your support. Thank you. Kim Madden said, Black Pearl, let me know because I ordered at the time I sent the message in the chat. Yeah, I think when I saw the message, I think I might have ordered mine 5 minutes later. I think it was 5 minutes later I ordered mine. Let's see. Miss K, what's going on? Good morning. They must be getting a lot of orders for number 2. Oh, yeah. They got to be getting a ton. Cleveland needs O-line and receivers, not Ty Simpson. For real. It's no reason. It's no reason to be going after Ty Simpson. I ordered mine right from the Brown site. Yeah, I went straight to Fanatics. I went straight to Fanatics. Because I believe Fanatics is the one who processes all the orders. So I'm thinking I'm doing something. I'm thinking I'm getting there. I think I'm getting there faster. Fanatics is saying after May 15th for my jersey. Yeah, I thought I was tripping. They sent me that email last night. They said May 20th. I said, okay. Okay. I would be surprised if there were 2 and he didn't want to be shown. Yes. To me saying I believe they're all in South Florida because I believe that gym is down there. Or they just wanted to, let them have their moment. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why it's chopped up. And even in the group chat, when y'all was saying it don't look like all the passes were coming from Deshaun Watson, that could be what it is. No matter, I'm going to get mine. A.M. Williams, that's right. It's going to be here. Let me rewind the motivation back just slightly because I want y'all to hear this. Let me go back slightly, and then we're going to get this thing kicked off. I think it's about right here when I want to start.
First, I just know I do 5 a day. So if you're actually better than me, nobody will know. All right, watch this. Tony Robbins back in the day, Les Brown back in the day. When you watched a 2-minute video and you ordered one of their videos, how long you think it take for the CD to get to the crib or the DVD to get to your crib? Anybody, how long you think it takes? 4 weeks. 4 weeks. I did something nobody else did. I gave away my content. I put my content out every day. You're probably in love with ET at that point. You're about to get a divorce. You just failed your bar exam. Your team just lost in the championship. You don't need motivation 4 weeks from now. I saw a gap, y'all. I saw a gap in the industry, and I said, just give your stuff away for free. And guess what? When you give it away for free, they will be endeared to you because I believe the content is sweet. You know when you go to the grocery store or you go to the mall and they say, try fried rice. You're like, yo, I'm good on that. No, try fried rice. You're like, bro, I want to try fried rice. And then you taste it, you're like, ooh. They're like, come, $5.99. Right? They gave it to you for free. And then you bid it for free, and guess what happened? You bought a whole meal. So I'm being real. What are you going to do to separate yourself? I separated myself. I started getting up early, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll never forget a kid from Chicago told me, like, yo, E, you talking about thank God it's Monday. You release your videos on Sunday night. I said, bruh, it's Sunday in Chicago. It's Monday in Singapore. It's Monday in Australia, baby. We ain't just getting American money. We all over the world. I'm separating myself. I'm putting my stuff out on Sunday night in the shy, but in the world, it's Monday.
Salute to ET and what he did to separate himself. Just a funny little backstory for y'all. When I do my stuff for Patreon, I struggle the most with saying what day it is because I'm so used to saying Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or streaming on the weekends for like live streams and stuff like that for watch parties. So now for me, I just have to wake up the day of and record it that morning because it's more natural for me. I don't know how people record something like on a Monday night to release on Tuesday morning and they keep it together during it because, you know, like I just say what I'm naturally feeling when I'm speaking. So I always struggle if I'm recording it early. So I'm like, you know what? I just got to get up early and record it the same day so you get my true thoughts from that day. So shout out to him for being able to do that. You got to finish it, D. Woohoo. Man, hold on. You got to finish it, D. Woohoo. Man, we got him, though. Yes, we did. We got him. We on the list. We're on the list. We owe you, girl. Thanks for the ride. Gonna be rocking the Shedeur's 2 in May. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I'll show it on stream when I get mine, too. You think Shedeur was working out with them, too? I think it's possible he was. The media wants to create division between Shedeur and Deshaun, but I don't think they have issues with each other. So I think they're just playing it cool, playing it behind the scenes. It plays into the optics of the comp. I agree with that, Zedric. It wouldn't surprise me. Costco be giving out all kinds of food to reel you in. It works. Detroit Gemini, going through Costco, I'm going to tell y'all something else. We got time. It's on a Friday, y'all. Going through Costco, I really like getting seafood and fruits and vegetables from Costco. I really like it. They got those kiwi. It's like they more like a citrus flavored kiwi that you can get in the summertime when they're the best from Costco. You get a big old thing of them. They got good grapes. I like to get the fruit and stuff from Costco. They always try to reel you back in with whatever they got that came out the fryer or some type of rice or, you know what I'm saying? I always say no. I'm like, I don't want to try none of it because you're not buying a regular portion from Costco. You buying a month worth of whatever you taste and it tastes good. So, Detroit Gemini, I just have to fight it going through Costco. Fight it. I fight it. A word to not just think different, think bigger. Zedric, you remember that meme where it was a dude saying, what was the meme? It was an old dude walking up and he's like, you got to think bigger. You got to think bigger. That's one thing about me. I always think bigger. I always do. That culture just shifted. Brown's going to be dangerous when they all get on the same page. Can you imagine if they all buy in for a common goal? Wow. I think they're buying in. I think we are seeing the early signs of them buying in and believing in Todd Monken. They are seeing it. Just checked again. I ordered my brown jersey that will be here on April 5th. And my 2 jersey has an estimated delivery for May 20th. Sorry about that. All good. And what's up? They still don't have the traditional white jersey. I haven't been able to find that jersey for forever because I wanted to get a brown 12 and a white 12. And then I wanted to have, if and when he switched, when we spoke about this months ago, Zedric, I'm like, I want to get the 2 for each. I want to get a brown 2 and a white 2. So we're going to see. I'm up in here cleaning fish early. Can't even talk. Anyway, my jersey coming May 20th also. Yeah, we're going to get them all at the same time. And Latika, I see you. Or Tika, I see you out there. I saw you cleaning that. What are you cleaning, Brenzino on TikTok? I see you. It would surprise me if he was. That makes sense. They all want Deshaun to do well, but Shedeur's QB1. That's it. It wouldn't surprise me. Yes, they all working hard trying to impress a new coach. Miles needs to show up too, but if not, all good. Yeah, Miles, he can show up when he show up because he got time in the game. The one for me is Dylan. Dylan out here tripping. Dylan is out here tripping by not even meeting the coach. Man, you could have flew up to meet the coach and fly back. So that's a challenge I have at times. I don't think big enough all the time. Got to believe that God will exceed and do more in abundance for me. I'm telling you, one thing I do I try to not box nothing in. And I it's not just like with my dreams. This with everything. I try not to let other people box me in. I don't even want to box in my thoughts. So, because then you'll just put a cap on top of everything you do. So I more so leave things. I have goals and stuff I want to strive to, but I leave it more open ended. So I'm not limiting, because what we can believe is big now, it could be small in the future. So just Zedric, you too sharp. You too good at multitasking. Just your wealth of knowledge, your research skills. Man, don't limit yourself, man. Don't limit yourself. Don't do it. Do not do it, man. You're too well-rounded. Way too well-rounded to limit yourself, man. Way too well-rounded. The women's jersey only came in white. Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, Browns, what we doing? What are we doing, Browns? Let's see. Is it another part of this I want to hear about ET? I can't remember. They all want to be successful, especially to change the perception of the Browns. Wonder if Dylan is working with all of the wide receivers. He's really putting himself at a disadvantage. He's putting himself behind. Yeah, I agree. Dylan should have met Monken by now. He is probably somewhere soaking. Yeah, it just doesn't match what they told us about Dylan last year. They already showing Dylan third on the depth chart. Oh, man. Man. Yes, Brenzini. Oh, now red snapper. Oh, man, that red snapper. Oh, let me tell you. Red snapper is a really good fish. Really, really, really good fish. Really good fish. Especially you get that thing whole. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Zedric, you know I got you. I always tell you, I'm like, man, you're on top of it. You're on top of it, man. You're on top of it. See, Edison said, thank God I'm a woman. Yeah, because you can get that white jersey. I don't know. Like, to me, I have orange Browns jerseys. I have Browns jerseys. But the white jerseys, to me, they just hit different for the Browns. It says a lot about Dylan's character. Yeah, to me, it's showing us that some of the stuff they told us about Dylan last year, it wasn't accurate. It wasn't accurate. Oh, now you got both here, Edison. Now you got both. Now you got the brown 12 and you're gonna have the white 2. You got both. You can switch it up. Red snapper is good. Black pearl. You know what I'm talking about. That red snapper, man, oh man. The first time I had red snapper was I had food in South Florida. It was from a Haitian restaurant, and I had it whole. It was a whole red snapper. Since then, everything changed. I've been a big fan of red snapper ever since then. Years ago. It does see Brown run. He and his fiance been exposing themselves. Yeah, it's not a good look for them. Good morning, Jackie. How you feeling? Keep Hunt. Me and my wife gotta have 2. We have 12. Yes. I saw people saying, "Oh, but what about the people they want to trade into 12 jerseys?" I was like, even when I thought he could go from 12 to 2, I always thought that the 12 would be like a collector's item. You know what I'm saying? You just keep it, just grab it to rock or just to stock and just keep it. So I agree with that. Got to have both of them. Too little, too late at this point, though. Yeah, it's going to look like he's trying hard now if he just shows up for Dylan. I don't think I've had red snapper before. What it tastes like. I would say red snapper is not overly fishy. It is a white fish in like the texture of it. It's light. You can cook it a multitude of ways. You can cook it whole where you like season it up, let it marinate, batter it and fry it. You can take the fillets where you saute them. It's not the thickest, so you wouldn't really. I don't know if it'll turn out the best if you were to bake red snapper, but if you fry it, if you fillet it, and then you saute it, those are the best ways. But it's like it's a mild white fish, not overly fishy at all. The way the Browns booed Dylan, he got PTSD, y'all. He walking on his tiptoes. Oh my goodness. See Anderson. Now he walking on his tiptoes. Let me get my life together. Let me get my life together. Oh, I was not ready for that. Let me get my life together. Oh my goodness. Oh my Oh my goodness. Let me get my life together. Um C. Anderson. The way I just envision, you know how little kids, when little kids be walking around and they be like walking on their tiptoes. Um, oh, oh man, oh my goodness, I was not ready. I was not ready. I was not ready for that. Oh my goodness, see, Anderson, you almost took me out. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh man. Whew. It's all about that buffalo fish. I can see that Kevin put him in a tough position. We forgot too. The fans were chanting for Shedeur in the first half. Grilled red snapper is good too. Yes, you're right. You're right. Definitely, you can grill it as well. Yep, you can bake it. Y'all can't cook. Y'all will burn a pot of water. Good morning, chat room, and off the record D. Art Jizzle, what's going on? What is going on? Oh my goodness. I was not ready. I was not ready for that. I was not I was I was not ready. I was not ready. Oh man, I wasn't ready. To me, red snapper can be thick and dense, like a thick piece of chicken breast. I've had it. I guess if you get a bigger one, so you are right about that. Tika, you are right. If you get a bigger red snapper, it could be that way. Hopefully DG works with Todd Monken so he can truly see how a real coach operates. Dang, not walking on his tiptoes. The walking on his tiptoes. Oh my goodness. My grandmama gave me that chain for real. Not this made you laugh until you cried. I was not Zedric, I was not ready, man. I was not ready. I was not ready for that. I was not ready. Oh my goodness. I was not ready. Alaskan snow cod is the fish to enjoy. I like Alaskan snow cod too. I like cod. Cod is so versatile. You can cook it so many different ways. So I like cod as well. Dylan has Kevin Stefanski to thank for that and him being delusional for believing in the hype. Yeah, he was taking advantage of an opportunity. He was taking advantage of it. Tink Tink walking on his tiptoes. Man. I got to get it together, y'all. I got to get it together. I got to get it together. I have to get it together. I got to focus. I got to focus, y'all. Let me focus. Oh, man, give him back his chain. Y'all remember when Dylan tried to pull that man helmet off during that game? That should have told you everything. Yes, that was exposing the character. That was about the character. I was talking about the women also. Y'all can't cook either. Our Jizzle said he want to have a cook off. Our Jizzle said he want to have a cook off. He want to show y'all he throws down in the kitchen. He want to have a cook off. I might just get the number 2 shirt. I look like I play for the Browns and them jerseys. Not a good look on me. Yeah, the Browns jerseys, you got to get that thing true to size. You got to go size down just because the fit of it. It's going to make you feel like you're restricted too. Think about it. They probably want to get a feel on Dylan mindset before they draft another QB. I agree. Black Pearl, struggle. When I tell you struggle. I'm over here struggling. That comment took me out, struggling. Let's keep this thing moving forward, y'all. What I got next on the docket? What I got next? Let me get my life together. Here we go. Took me out. What is going on, Shanithia? How you feeling?
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Come to Off the Record D. where we gonna read your super chats. Your voice is gonna be heard. What is going on, Shanithia? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in on this Good Friday. Welcome in. Maurice, what's going in? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, our Jizzle. See, Edda said, what you cooking over there? We got a challenge. What you cooking? Just a short breakdown on Ty Simpson. This thing we're not gonna last long. The reason why I've been highlighting how they speak on Ty Simpson and Fernando Mendoza mainly is to prove if they want to talk strictly football and how they are as players, they can. We did not get that last year. A lot with Shedeur, but if they want to talk strictly football, they will. That's more so why I've been highlighting the Ty Simpson and the Fernando Mendoza speech or talk. Snapper, my West Coast fish. Porgies, East Coast. I never had porgies. Definitely had snapper. Some more fun. What's going on? Happy Friday. Welcome in, Selmo Fudd. Welcome in. Not sure if you had to go. You was telling us it was some tornadoes that hit touchdown and you had to go work. So hopefully you staying safe out there while you're getting your work done, Selmo Fudd. Let's ride. I need a response about my t-shirt idea on Patreon. Oh, wait. You sent me another one? Let me see. Did you DM it to me? High on peanut chew, sugar on 10,000. Not on 10,000. Porgies are good too. I got to check them out. It's Harris Room Sports. What's going on, man? How you been doing? Man? What's going on? Yeah, just staying consistent. I'm trying to find a balance of how I could put out shorter videos, Harris Room Sports, because I pretty got a good flow for the live streams and I got a good flow for the clips. So just working through trying new things, because you got to get creative with so many thumbnails when you break it down into video. So I'm working, man. I'm working. Good to see you, Harris Room Sports. Our Jizzle says, let me tell you something. I can't cook anything. Wait. I can't cook everything, but what I can cook is fire, and I'm going to leave that right there. Not right there. Right there. I'm out here now, D, listening in. Hey, stay safe out there, Selmo Fudd. Stay safe out there. Shout out to C.A. Anderson.
This is a foolishness.
You don't know what you're doing.
Oh my God! Wow!
I got money.
Shout out to C.A. Anderson. Added to your jersey fund. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, C.A. Anderson. I appreciate y'all. Y'all really look out for me. Y'all really support me. Y'all really take care of me. I can't thank y'all enough. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. C.A. Anderson. Thank you. I wouldn't be able to do this without y'all. I really appreciate y'all. When's the hat dropping? I need one. Harris, so I've been, all right, when it comes to merch, merch is dropping real soon. Check out OffThaRecordDee.com. I got to do a little bit more on the hats. T-shirts dropping soon. T-shirts dropping real soon. Real soon. OffThaRecordDee.com, y'all. OffThaRecordDee.com. Definitely be looking. Hats, I got to do a little bit more research and development to get, because I want it to be a certain way. But I'll keep you posted. Harris Room Sports, for sure. I'll keep you posted. C. Anderson said, I'm riding with y'all. I'm in the back seat. Stay safe out there. Porgy and Croker are cousins. They taste pretty much the same. Or Jizzle, when y'all ready for the cook-off? Tika says she ready. Just let me know. Just let me know.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well.
Tessa, what's going on? What is going on? I find myself like repeating y'all intros sometimes depending on what's happening. So when I saw Ken and Anthony Lima talking today, the first thing I was thinking was this.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well.
The first thing I thought, the very first thing. D, I just ordered my jersey. They said May 20th. What day of the week is May 20th? Is it gonna be a jersey party on May 20th? What day of the week is that? What day of the week is May 20th? Let me get my calendar up real quick because are we gonna be streaming that day? Oh no, that's April. Wrong month. May 20th is a Wednesday. Okay. All right. It might be a jersey party on May 20th because we will be streaming. It's a Wednesday. Maybe a jersey party. Cousins ain't won anything and still getting jobs. Our Jizzle, he's still getting jobs and he's still getting the bag. He getting the big bag. Definitely hit that like button, y'all. Look under Latika's post of Monken being asked about the horse hat. Okay, got you. All right, let's see. It looks like Ken has stopped living in the gray. It looks like it because he just said, you know what? I got to call you. I got to call you out for this one. All right, let's see. Okay, here we go. We here. Let me read this real quick. Shout out to the bot putting some stuff in at the right time. Shanithia's jerseys are coming the 15th. She on top of it. Can I pet that dog? Might be a good soundbite you can use. That's not a bad one. Tessa said, I am hollering. I said it when Tony G said that Shedeur should start. I said, well, for real. All right, let's see. I like that. Okay. All right. I like that. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Shanithia. I like that. All right, you got my wheels spinning. Okay. I like that a lot. I like that. How come Kirk Cousins can get full guaranteed contract, but Deshaun Watson gets one and it's the end of the world? Because Kirk Cousins was franchise tagged twice. So once you've been franchise tagged twice, then then they can't franchise tag you anymore, and he just negotiate his stuff. Hey, fully guaranteed or nothing else. So he might take a shorter deal, more flexibility, but he's making sure that all his stuff is guaranteed. Browns equal Dogs after a big play or something. I like the way you're thinking, Brett. I'm thinking along those lines too. I like the way you're thinking. I love all the intros. Yeah, it's so funny. The intros just really, they just play out of my life, y'all. It's funny. Yeah, they're so fascinated. Shedeur is a good person and gave his new coach a B-Day gift. Remember when he first started, he wanted them to get Kevin a B-Day gift. Yes, remember when he walked out, he was looking at the practice field, and they said it was Kevin Stefanski's birthday. So I remember that. Good point right there, Detroit Gemini. Very good point. Shiloh says Shedeur is a starter QB for the Browns. Everybody should see it by now. Everybody should see it. It's clear. It's obvious. Everybody should see it. They should see it. Let's let's hit this Ty Simpson talk real quick just to see how they speak about him as a football player. Oh, it was the cake. It was cake. Okay, got you.
Ty Simpson in your first round.
Yeah, to me, just the traits are more round 2. And I was just watching him. You have to kind of overcome the inexperience. We're talking about 15 starts, and just with quarterbacks, you got to make so many incorrect decisions to even develop. And I think that's going to be the hard part, is these teams are going to have to decide, am I going to let this guy develop on my watch, or is he going to be more of a day 2 pick and you're going to have to develop him behind the scenes? So I was just looking at it. The accuracy was the part that I could not get over. If you watch all the dig routes, because there's a wide receiver, Jeremy Bernard, dig route after dig route, and the ball just sails. And to me, it comes back to the size, where he'll step into the ball and that back leg will rotate and the ball will just take off. And then when you get to the pressure stuff, he just plays the game too fast for me as well. And some of the numbers are just not really good for him. So second worst on target rate among the top 100 picks going back to 2016. That's from 5 to 20 yards down the field, the sweet spot of the NFL. And then the pressure rate, even last year, just against college quarterbacks, 53rd out of 69. So to me, he can run around. I think he's smart. He handled a bunch of the stuff pre-snap. But when it comes to just how much could we get development-wise from him, I would just figure teams are not going to be comfortable with one starter, which to me makes him more of a.
So just highlighting this to show you all that when they only want to talk football about a player, they can. So when they were doing and saying all the other things about Shedeur, they were doing that intentionally. So I'm just highlighting the difference. It's kind of less about the player and more about they have the ability to only talk football. They chose to not talk football when they were talking about Shedeur. So that's why I said it's not that's why I said it's not gonna be long, but I'm just gonna show y'all they can talk football when they want to. They can talk when they want to. Because average is good enough for a lot of these teams if it's the right person. Cousins. Yeah, because Cousins has never been like, he ain't been like that since Minnesota. Do you think that Russell Wilson is done? Russell Wilson is in that Jameis Winston category where they seem to be good locker room guys. They seem to be willing to help younger guys out. So I think done as a shoe-in starter, yes. But him signing to help and be a mentor to a young quarterback, I think he can still do that. I think that's more of where his role is going now. One of the first things he said about Kevin Stefanski's birthday was they were supposed to get him a cake. So it's no different. The thing I noticed is the vitriol behind Deshaun Watson was, 1, the situation, and 2, the amount of years he was guaranteed for. If it was a 2-year contract, I bet there wouldn't have been any heat. You're right. Even if, I think max it was 3 years. If it was 3 years, I think that would have been okay. Once they went 5 years, I think everybody was looking crazy. Our Jizzle said, undrafted free agent at best. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, this is real analysis. That's why I was like, man, I got to play this. It's going to be quick. It's not going to take long. He gets to the point. No personal attacks. He's just letting him know how I view it and why I view it that way. So I thought this was a good thing to show. Chambliss is better than Simpson. He definitely made me a believer. Watching him, especially in the playoffs and towards the end of the season and down the stretch. So he definitely made me a believer. Chambliss, I'm speaking about. Chambliss.
Oh my God! Wow!
I got money.
Shout out to Black Pearl, contributing to the jersey and the energy in here. Feel Good Friday. Thank you so much, Black Pearl. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you do. You sending me clips. You sending me stuff on TikTok, being active in the Patreon, and also being a big-time supporter. So thank you so much, Black Pearl. We appreciate you. Russell Wilson been done, in my opinion. 2019 was his last decent year. I agree, like as a starter, shoe-in starter, I don't think he could do that. But just looking at some of the guys that's still on contracts, Trevor Siemian still signing on teams, getting paid. Kenny Pickett is younger, but I don't have no belief in him. He's still getting paid. So Kirk Cousins getting paid. So I think Russell Wilson could definitely get paid by somebody in that mentor role, just like a Jameis Winston. I just don't think they're shoe-in starters anymore. I don't think that. All right, let's keep it moving. What we got next on the docket? just like that. Let's get to the Kirk Cousins side of this. He should also be a 2-time Super Bowl winner, if not for the worst call in Super Bowl history. Maurice, that play single-handedly destroyed the dynasty that they were building. Single-handedly destroyed the dynasty. One play call. Mason Rudolph, for real. Mason Rudolph's still getting paid. So if it's Mason Rudolph has never been as good as Jameis or he's never been as good as Jameis or Russell Wilson. They still out there. Daniel Jones getting big money. So Ivar, I think Joe Flacco not stepping into a mentorship role, maybe why teams don't see him as a bridge QB. Vegas could have easily got Joe. I agree. I think Joe Flacco would have been a better fit in Vegas, but like you said, I'm not here to teach people. They got to figure it out. That's kind of that old school way that players did in the NFL. So that's why his options are limited. And he's making it clear. So I don't mind if you make it clear what your view is, but just know that view, people will make decisions based on it. So I agree with you there, Ivar. He just robbed the Colts. He did. Coming off Achilles tear, man, oh man. Marshawn would agree. Yeah, they blew up a dynasty. What's the average age for QB to retire? Russell can do so many other things too. I wonder what team will he go to? It's gonna be after the draft. Like, players like him, they usually sign after the draft. Hey y'all, these teams getting ready to get a taste of the Browns chocolate covered O-line. Can y'all see the shine in white jersey? Everybody got on Vaseline and don't know who hit him in the brown one. I think the Browns are going to surprise and shock a lot of people, y'all. They're going to shock a lot of people. My prediction is looking better. They're going to be better. that they're going to be better than the Falcons. I think that's easy, but just if they keep doing and keep going the way they're going, hey, playoffs. Joe wants to be like Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, both of them have a viewpoint where they don't really want to mentor. Joe hasn't realized his time is up, to be honest. He just landed in some good spots. He landed in some good spots. This is Clint Kubiak. Let's listen to Clint Kubiak.
I think in a perfect world that he's watching a mature adult, go and run an offense and run the team. But the situation is you might have that player, you might not. You might not have that veteran to show him the way. So he might come in and have to play immediately. But you'd rather him learn before he gets in the game. You don't always get to pick. It just doesn't work out the exact way you want it to. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're bringing in an individual, drafting a guy that is mature enough to handle some adversity, whether it's him starting the first game or him starting the first game year 2.
All right, so obviously that
man, oh man, he said a lot there. Make sure he's ready if he has to start the first game or the first game year 2. So sometimes my analysis is viewed as hating because people just need to hear from somebody with a bigger name. When I said Mendoza, to me, is not a number 1 overall pick because he doesn't have the skill set to go right in and start from day 1 like other number 1 overall picks are required to do. Don't just believe me. Believe the head coach of the team who has the number 1 overall pick. They signed Kirk Cousins for that reason so they can bring him along. And I don't think that's a bad thing. The only thing I'm stating is we cannot put him in the category of a Joe Burrow. We can't do it, and they need to stop. They have to stop doing that. They got to stop doing that. Ty Simpson, 15 starts in college. He's a smaller player. He gets happy feet when things get tough. Developmental quarterback. I saw something else where they were saying for Ty Simpson, every team is kind of looking at him the same way where you would ruin him if he plays this year. He has to take at least a whole year off to be developed. So I said these things, and sometimes I get viewed as a hater because it seems like I'm saying it early and before other people, but I'm only giving my analysis based on actually watching the people. I said, hey, Mendoza, not really, they're not asking him to do much. Now when everybody says, dang, Mendoza only took 5 snaps out of 1,000 under center. That's not NFL game ready. Remember when I was explaining, they run a lot of RPO, and somebody was like, oh, but is he making the decision? I'm like, yeah, but it's an easy decision. Now you hear people saying, yeah, it's going to be more to develop him because of the style of football he played. So now everybody just coming out saying the same thing, y'all. They have a chance to get 2 top wide receivers out of the first three picks. Speaking about the Browns, I agree with that, or Jizzle. They don't have to go O-line at 6. Yeah, I really want them to go Carnell Tate at 6. I really want them to. Telling the truth, not hating. A lot of times telling the truth too early gets misconstrued as hating. But Gordy, talk to him. There's been a lot of times I've been viewed that way, where they just call me a hater, and I'm like, okay. Then when it plays out, they don't come back and say, no, you wasn't hating. They just hype up the person who said it after me with the bigger name, which is okay because, you know, it's going to happen. It's part of the game. I just laugh at it because I'm like, I told you. Asante, what's going on, man? How you feeling? What is going on? Wouldn't it be something if the team all showed up Monday? Scary, spooky. I'm starting to get the feeling that a lot of guys are going to be there. More guys are going to be there. I think so many guys are going to show up, C.A. Anderson, that if the 1 or 2 guys don't show up, they're going to have to speak for why they didn't show up. That's how I'm viewing it. So I'm on the same page as you, C.A. Anderson. Mendoza getting all the grace that Caleb, Jaden Daniels, C.J., nor Cam Ward didn't get. I always say, look at who they protect. Look at who they protect. If you can't play immediately at the first pick, then you'll be overdrafted. It's simple. We watched those playoff games. Those running backs carried at times, but he did make big plays to close the games. Yes, he made big plays in big moments. I'm not taking that away from him. So I'm not saying he has an issue like mentally. I'm saying he wasn't asked to do things that you're required to do in the NFL. Coach Prime said, if you know you're getting drafted, then you need to be ready. That's right. The problem is Mendoza about to get all the accolades and money to be a first-round pick, but not doing the work, and poor Shedeur struggling and need his $40 million. He going to get it back. We just shake our heads. The book is being written in real time, and some of us still don't want to read it. They don't want to see it. Yeah, they all better be there with the new coach. The media all ready to be messy. The media is ready to jump on it. They're ready to jump on it. Let's go here. This is more details about the contract, because the way they put this contract out is not really real. I with you, D. Kurt Warner been arguing the past 3 games about that fact. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, you could do some stuff good, but the past 3 days, it's like you could do some stuff good, but you got to do what translates to the NFL. One thing, the biggest thing I learned from watching so much college football, not through the lens of a fan last year, was sometimes what works in college, it's not even the same sport as what works in the NFL. Some of it is just not the same sport. And I realized that, and it was just glaring. I was like, man, that would not work in the NFL. That would not work in the NFL. And it's like just the quarterback from Georgia Tech, Haynes King, I think that's his name, but hopefully I'm not getting his name wrong. They ran him 30 times in a game. That's not really going to work in the NFL. A quarterback is not running the ball 30 times. It's not going to work. So stuff like that, I realize, is just a different game. It's a different game. D, I was thinking that the Browns might give up that 6th pick for a top veteran wide receiver or a top tackle. I hope they don't. I want them to get our own young assets who aren't on higher contracts. Right complexion for the protection. Talk to a Black Pearl. Definitely hit that like button, y'all. I don't know why they think Cousins will make it the whole season. They eventually going to have to put Mendoza on the field. That's it. He going to have to play. Case in point, half of them exclusively have clap cadences. That was my thing on Jackson Dart. I was watching Jackson Dart being interviewed by John Gruden. And John Gruden said, "Give me your cadence." That man clapped. I said, that's not going to work in the NFL. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. So it's stuff like that just it's the simplest way for everybody to be on the same page in college, but it'll never work on a consistent basis in the NFL. That's it. I'll give Kirk 6 games at most. Yeah, you get up there in age, there's not much you could do. Your body break down. At least half the season. I'll say Mendoza hits the field by game 5 if the Raiders are losing. Cousins been milking the league his entire career. He's been for a long time. Barry or Monken can afford to move back to get picks. He might not be able to draft in the future. Yeah, you can't be thinking about 3 years from now when you got to perform now. Why is Carson Beck not being considered a top prospect? I think he played the most in his class. Carson Beck is not that he doesn't have the arm talent. Is not that he wasn't like a pretty high recruit. A couple of years ago, they thought he would have been the number 1 overall pick coming out of Georgia. Watching Carson Beck is way further behind in being able to read the field in college. And he couldn't read the field in college, really. So when they would make his reads easy, he could be fine. You can run a base zone defense with you don't have to disguise it at all. Carson Beck wouldn't know how to attack the defense. In the national championship game, Carson Beck threw the ball. He threw the ball, and they were running cover 2 on that side of the field. Nobody was there in the flat to hold the cover 2 defender underneath. So that defender just sailed back and intercepted the ball to end the national championship game. That is just a base read for a quarterback. That's how he lost the biggest game on the biggest stage in college. So Carson Beck just has more. He has more to learn. Him seeing this much football and not knowing how to beat cover 2 is an issue. It's an issue. No, they didn't disguise that at all. It was very clear. Too high safety. They didn't disguise it at all, and he couldn't read it. So that's why I believe Carson Beck is viewed as a later round pick. If they don't play him, it's because of time. He believes QB should sit and learn behind the vet. See, I don't mind if you sit behind the vet. I don't mind that at all. Just don't sell me that this is Joe Burrow. Don't sell me that this is Cam Ward. Don't sell me that this is Caleb Williams. Just tell me that this is Fernando Mendoza and he gonna sit. That's all I want you to tell me. This is okay. Now there's reporting AB trying to keep his job. That's why he won't trade Miles for more picks. Nobody but Tony G and Mary Kay Cosmetics. Shake my head. Yeah, I don't know what they don't know how to build a winner, so they just saying stuff. Didn't Stephen A say he wanted Deshaun to start? He did. Carson Beck is a choke artist in big moments. Last number 1 to not start the season was Baker. Would you say Mendoza and Baker are close to talent-wise coming out of college, especially with what each QB was asked to do? I think Baker is more talented. Yeah, I think Baker's more talented there. Just read it through it. My first initial response is Baker's more talented. Beck is a Canadian or UFL starting QB. Unfortunately, he got to read some defenses better. When he sees those exotic defenses, the speed of these linemen, that Cinderella story will go away fast. The wake-up call is coming from Mendoza. That's why they're going to let him sit. That's not a Favre or Rodgers situation at Las Vegas. It's not, but that's the best way they can manipulate it to be. It's the best way they can manipulate it. Let's see if this is the point I need for this contract.
Coach has said that in his perfect world, he brings in a veteran to hold down the fort and on to work with Fernando Mendoza.
Mm-hmm. That's the key there. Stephen A., go ahead.
That's definitely a key point. That's definitely a key point that Adam brings up.
I want to hear him when he's breaking down the contract.
Both very likable, both very quirky, in a nice, fun way. Mm-hmm. But I think that there are scouts out there in the NFL community who say that Fernando Mendoza is a bigger version of Kirk Cousins, that they play in a similar fashion. So you now have these two quarterbacks with similar skill traits, similar skill sets. And again, Mendoza's
for the Las Vegas Raiders.
I thought this was the clip where they break down the money, but essentially what looked like a 5-year, $172 million deal, it's realistically a 1 year, $20 million guaranteed when you add up all the salary he's going to make for that 1 year between the Falcons and the Raiders. And then if it's 2 years, it's 2 years, $80 million guaranteed. So that $172 million number is just for the headlines. He'll never see that $172 million. So we don't got to go through this more. We don't got to listen to Stephen A. All right. Let's keep it moving forward. They're going to be speaking on Shedeur moving back to number 2.
Yo, he's switching from the 12 to the 2 this season. Shedeur will be wearing number 2 in 2026, the number he wore throughout his college at his career at Jackson State and Colorado. He couldn't wear 2, I guess, last season because a veteran wide receiver, Carter, already had it, forcing him to take number 12. Carter is no longer on the team. Yo, look here, man. What do you think is the reason he's switching the number?
Because, bro, he loves number 2. Number 2 was his number. He always rocked number 2. He has a connection with number 2. You know, look good, feel good, play good. He always wore it. That's his jersey. Coming in, the vet had it, and you know how that goes. Buddy tried to get him to pay for it. Shedeur was a 5th-round pick. Money looking funny a little bit. He was like this, nah, that's what I'm not going to do. He went,
man, money wasn't looking funny, man. He didn't want to pay. He got all that money in Colorado,
you know what he
man.
did?
That boy got 15 million.
Money wasn't looking funny. He did Deebo. He just went cheap. He just didn't want to pay for it. That's what he did. He got the money. Wow. He had the money, but he was chilling. So he's like, you know what? I'm not going to pay for that. I'm going to rock this 12, see what's up. I'm going to just make it, you know what I'm saying? That's 21 backwards. That's my dad's number. You know what I'm saying? Pop still could be good. Then my man gets let go. He's no longer on the team. 2 becomes available. It's the number that I want. Very similar when I was in the Steelers. I wanted 23. Mike Mitchell tried to buy it. Kept on raising the price. He was like, no, I got too much attachment to it. I'm like, God damn, Mike. So I had to go to Rob G and buy 21 off Rob G for the low. You know what I'm saying? Rob G looked out. So I'm in Steelers. They weren't playing. They looking like, nah, Joe, you got the bear. What's up? Rob G was like, man, give me 24. So I had to pay for 21. Next year, my good man, Mike Mitchell, loved him to death, got released. So then the 23 was there. Got the 23 for the free. I wanted 23 the whole time. This gives me Shedeur vibes. He wanted 2. Didn't want to pay for it. Went Deebo on it. Now, 2 came available. Gets it for the free 99. He's happy. He's in his number. He's ready. He wanted it from the beginning, but he wasn't trying to pay. And now he paid. He got it for free. Jersey number came open. Now he's going to be 2, I feel like, for the rest of his career because it's just the number that he wanted the whole time.
Talk to him, Joe Hayden. When he referenced money wasn't funny, he was just being like Deebo. He had no comeback. He like, dang, I do be being cheap. I do be being cheap. So, numbers mean something to players. It's a sentimental value to it that sometimes people outside of sports don't really understand. And let's just do this. Not even at a high level. If you played any type of sport growing up that was organized, where you actually had a number that, you know, whether it was Pee-wee football, whether it was junior high, middle school, high school, have you ever had to wear a number that wasn't the number that you like? We might think it doesn't matter that much. But if you had to put on that number, you feel nasty every time you put on that jersey number that you did not want to wear. You did not want to wear. You did not want to wear that jersey number. You just like, I'm going to wear it, but this ain't the number I want. Like when you are, usually they do this to you on Pee-wee. When you first sign up, when your parents sign you up for Pee-wee football, they just look at you. Before you done ran, before you done caught a pass, before you done did anything, they pick a jersey number based on how they look at you for practice. So, you know, me, they hit me with the 50. They hit me with the 55. They hit me with all these whack numbers. And then I gotta show them I can move, and then they give me a better number. So I know how I feel. It's a sentimental thing. If you ever play organized sports, you know it. And that's all it was. Now, I think in real time, Carter made a mistake by trying to up the price or sell it for a crazy number. That's what I think. I think he probably went too crazy because he was thinking Shedeur flashy, he getting the cars, he doing this, not really knowing Shedeur and thinking he could probably charge something crazy. He probably told him, "Oh, you want number 2? Oh man, just give me 50,000." Shedeur like 50,000. Not giving you 50,000. Now I'm not saying that's the real number. I'm just giving you an example. So that's how it happens in the NFL. And he said, "Man, forget that too." And I'm coming back because now 1 year later, you're not even here. That's how it went. If he is a Kirk Cousins comparison, then he is not a number 1 overall pick. Black Pearl. Kirk Cousins had one season in Minnesota that I would say, oh, that was like a number 1 overall pick. But if you only get one of those, then I agree with you. It's not it. It's not it. I love how they highlighted how serious the players take their numbers. It's a serious thing. There's a video of Mike Vick talking about his number. It really makes sense. It makes a lot of it is basic to me. I just get it instantly. He should have been on that team last year. Bull junk. Yeah, the Browns had a problem with signing kick and punt returners. They get hurt every year. Free 99. Yes. The free 99. Didn't Kanye say that in the song? I think that's in Kanye's workout plan. Free 99. Yeah, the free 99. Shedeur would have had it last year if they had not been intentional of giving it to the player who is no longer on the team. I think last year was different because remember, even Dylan didn't have his number because Kenny Pickett got it. And then Carter got his number. So the way the Browns do it, I don't know if other organizations do it this way. The way the Browns do it is vets that they sign pick their numbers first. The rookies, after you get drafted and you sign, you pick the number you want, your main number, and you pick a backup number. And the Browns give the seniority to the vets when they sign them. So that's how the Browns do it. And he grabbed 2. Then they draft Shedeur. Then he realizes, man, it's a bargaining chip. I probably can make some money on it. So that's how the Browns do it. They give it to seniority. Do you think Kirk Cousins has seen the future of the Falcons and decided, I am out? Of course. Of course. Got thrown in 20 playing basketball, but I went 11 just giving you a number. Man, 20 as a basketball number. Gary Payton, he wore number 20. He rocked it, but 20, I'm with you, man. Don't give me 20. You got to give me 20 and another number. Give me something. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me 20. 20 is just plain Jane. Even if Michael Jordan had to switch from 45 back to 23 because he didn't feel like himself. And the opposing player even hit him with the 45, 8-23. It's a big thing on your number. A big thing. KC, what's going on? Hello, chat and D. Been listening in the background while taking care of things. We appreciate you, KC. You see how Stud told Shedeur he can't take a break because he back to 2 now. Yeah, stay on him. Put in the work. He definitely charged him a meal because he went too hard trying to defend his choice. It didn't even make sense. Like, who makes a public statement about you trying to sell a jersey number? Like, we know you was on some other stuff. We know it. We know you was on some other stuff. The mental obstacles put into place to break Shedeur was insane. Now, I agree with y'all. There's definitely some other stuff that they put in place. All right, this is the Michael Vick. Let me copy this. Copy link address. Let's drop it here. Un momento.
The confidence I had when I put that number 7 on.
Hold on. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see. Since this is a TikTok, I want to get the full screen so y'all can see it. This just goes right into what we're talking about now.
The confidence I had when I put that number 7.
All right, let me show this to y'all. Here and here. Here we go. All right, this is Mike Vick talking about the 7. Dylan got his number back before they played. He did as soon as Kenny Pickett got traded. Soon as Kenny Pickett got traded, he switched back to his number. I was assigned 82 senior year. Hated until my teammates reminded me that Ozzie Newsome had 82 and 78. Yeah. Keith, you know what I'm talking about? That number, it means something. It means something. 2 didn't work out for Andre. No, it did not. It did not. Yeah, they give it to the vets. They give it to the vets. Look up former QB Scott Mitchell and check out his backstory. Let me take my notes. All right, I'm going to look into it. I'll look into it, Maurice. What is your research algorithms? Because you stay on top of it. I'm telling y'all, Zedric be on top of it. It'd be a variety of stuff. I saw this months ago. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, Zedric be on top of it. On top of it. All right, let's go. Let's play it. Whoops, let me play it over here. My bad.
Like, I felt like John Elway, Steve Young. It's a funny story how I started wearing number 7 because I was wearing number 11 at first. Got to high school, wore number 11 for 2 years, and then our school shut down. And so we went to a new school. They didn't have number 11. You know, some schools, they had certain numbers, certain jerseys they got, they don't. So I took number 1. So I'm wearing number 1 for like the first 3 weeks of camp, and I'm talking like I'm having the worst camp of my life. It's like I forgot how to play ball. I forgot how to read a defense, maneuver in the pocket, throw an out route, throw a corner route, throw a go route. I'm just not feeling football. And I'm like, we got like 2 weeks before the first game. We stretching one day right before practice. You know, I'm just thinking about just how bad I've been performing in practice. And I was like, looked at my man. He had number 7 on. I had number 1. I looked at it. I kind of like had a John Elway like flashback in my head. Like, that 7 looked kind of nice. I was like, bro, you want to switch jerseys? He was like, you serious? I'm like, yeah, let's swap, bro. We swapped jerseys. I put that number 7 on. I had the practice of my life that day. And the next day. And the next day. 2 weeks later, we play our first game. I go crazy in this game. And it's all because the confidence I had when I put that number 7 on. Like, I felt like John Elway, Steve Young, and myself in one body. I felt like how I used to perform in the neighborhood, in the backyard. You know, you had some of your best games, the best performances in like a turkey bowl or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You put together. I just never looked back. I felt like Charlie Ward. I felt like Randall Cunningham. And that was because I switched to number 7. It turned out to be a beautiful number, too, when I looked at it on film. Any highlights I had, I'm like, yo, that's me. That's me for life.
I know there's been times where you've had to play not in 7. You just feel off. Like, it's just,
when I went to New York and when I played for the Jets.
Yeah.
I love Geno, but I was like envious of Geno. I'm like, I need that jersey. And I never said nothing to Geno until like week 12 or 13. And I was like, Geno, I'm really missing number 7. He looked at me. He was like, bro, why you ain't say something? I gave it to you in the beginning of the year.
Shout out to Geno, who would have just gave it to him. Shout out to Geno, because Geno was like, hey, you should have told me. I would have just gave you the number. So shout out to Geno. But that's the importance of the jersey number. So I just try to give you all my small amount of experience with jersey numbers, but, you know, Mike Vick, he telling you it means something. It means something. All right, where do we leave off at? We got Joe and Deebo. All right, let's take it back, y'all. I got a throwback for y'all. Throwback. Going to the trap of... I got a throwback for y'all. So y'all know your boy, I was going, I don't want to say going that. That don't really that's not how I want to frame that. I was responding to everybody who was saying stuff about Shedeur last year, in video form, y'all. In video form. So this is an example of that. So here we go. This is that don't look right. Let's do it here. So y'all can see it. Here we go. Throwback. Y'all gonna hear it in the microphone and the voice. Let's get it. Trying to get that Shedeur stimulus package. So you got to put Shedeur name in the title. You got to put his name in whatever you're talking about. And you got to try to bring some type of story regarding Shedeur to make sure you can put that video out every day. So fair use.
Sanders, ball padding, be a flaw. I got to tell you, folks, I noticed this, and I almost brought it up yesterday, but now a lot of other people noticed it too. When he's out there, a lot of them, and maybe because it's a drill sometimes, and he knows that the pass rush is very limited. or non-existent. And so, it's just a habit of his to pat the ball. But I noticed that. I'm like, man, he's patting the ball a lot. And it slows down release time. And in the NFL, you can't do that. I mean, it is that quick release is going to be important. And so this is during Shedeur's pro day when Andre Sisco, the Jets safety, watching the video, he put out, he's like, hey, he can't be patting that ball. He says, we'll be breaking on that way early. So this is from an NFL safety, folks, back in April, who noticed it and saw him patting that ball. And, these NFL corners and safety, they're the best on the planet, folks. And so they will make you pay if you decide to release it late. And so I just bring this up because, remember, we talked about...
That's going to be an L. That's going to be an L. Going to the trap of trying to get that Shedeur. That didn't make no sense when he put that out back then. And that's why I had to warn y'all. It's some people that y'all like today that in the moment when they were saying stuff, I was like, nah, man. Nah, man. We're not going to talk about this. So we are here. That's the throwback. Here is your main event.
Let's get ready to rumble!
We're going to talk about the ball patting situation and the comparisons and why and who is able to pat a ball, who isn't. And then we're going to get to Todd Monken's interview to wrap this thing up. But we got some time, so stick with me, y'all. Where we at? Shedeur branded that number. He did brand number 2. Geno is a good guy. I like Geno. He's just been on bad teams. I agree. Geno, good people. That's why I wouldn't have minded if he was in Cleveland. He just wasn't needed. I agree. I forgot about this. The aunties got on him about that. Yeah, it was making no sense to me. They ignore QBs of color surroundings and just blame the QB, not the surrounding cast. That's a fact. I like Grizz. He actually is a Shedeur supporter. He is a Shedeur supporter. That's why at the beginning of that clip I said he's doing this to make sure you get that Shedeur story. That's all this was. This was I gotta put out. I just gotta put out a Shedeur video every single time I'm putting something out. So bull jump for real. Buddy right there to switch sides now too. I been stopped watching Buddy. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, if you want to know who was like that last year, I was saying stuff about him the whole time. The whole time. Every time I hear patting the ball, I roll my eyes. KC for real. These pale dudes are on cold, talk about negative about QBs of color. Everybody passes the ball. Everybody does. I completely don't like this show. I swear he never talks real football. Yeah, he's entertaining, but I y'all know I can't really watch too many people. Yeah, D, where all the NFL defenders tweets about Mendoza patting the ball. It's a lot of envy out there towards Shedeur. I agree. They sure are. We need to be the same instead of trying to be fair. I agree. Mendoza passed the ball too. So what the problem is? That's it. Hey, he do it too. We gonna get to it. That's what we got. We got that coming next. We got that coming up next.
Here we go, Brownies! Here we go! Woo, woo! Here we go, Brownies! Here we go! Woo, woo! Here we go, Brownies! Here we go! Woo, woo! Here we go!
Shout out to Selmo Fudd. Selmo Fudd out there getting to it. But he got something to say. Yo, D, you said show you the money. Here you go, big dog. 100. Shout out to you, Selmo Fudd. Let me play this right for you.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Shout out to you, Selmo Fudd. I appreciate you. Thank y'all y'all for the support. Wait till the white Shedeur jersey come out, the 2 come out. Your boy gonna order that one right away. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Here we go, right here. Let's do it this way. Okay, let me show you.
Ball in. Yeah.
Nobody's saying nothing when Mendoza's doing the exact same thing.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
Exact same thing, y'all. This is the exact same thing. Now, this is an apples to apples comparison of two players that play the same position doing the exact same thing. This is one of the cleanest conversations we can have because it's the exact same thing from top to bottom. Exact same thing. Top to bottom, this is the exact same thing. Let's go to the next video.
I brought up Fernando Mendoza's pro day.
Yeah.
In the videos of the pro day, he was making great throws. He was patting the ball.
Yeah.
Remember that was such a big storyline with Shedeur and his pro day?
Oh, how could I forget?
Massive storyline. And so they're like, Fernando Mendoza's patting the ball. Those are all going to get picked off. He's taking too much time. Why are you guys not saying Fernando Mendoza's going to go in the 5th round? Brought up Fernando Mendoza.
Wow. This is the first time I ever agreed with him. It's the first time for everything, I guess. Usually he just asks Tony Grossi questions. I'm surprised I agree with him. Let's look at this.
So I saw this and
let's pause this. Let's pause this. Let's catch up on the chat, and then we're gonna get to this. I've been like that. I'm never easy on these pale QBs. I have drastically reduced the Browns content I watched since the draft until now. Yep. Year 2 will not be like year 1. Year 1, everybody was given a shot. If you covered the Browns, everybody was given an opportunity. Everybody was given a look. But with time, now y'all know who y'all feel like y'all can watch, who y'all continue to look at, who y'all can continue to follow. Everybody had the same opportunity, but everybody won't do the same thing with it. Mendoza, give it to them, D. Stay on that side with that bull jump.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
Those media people from the land of mythical blackness saddens me because they crucified Shedeur and watched it happen, and they participated in it. Now Mendoza is white bread and white rice, and they're not critiquing anything the same way.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
I missed your question. All right, let me see. Let me see. Oh, about the NFL defenders. Yeah, they're not tweeting about it because it was never a real thing. If you're talking about this one here, where are all the NFL defenders tweets about Mendoza patting the ball? It's a lot of envy out here towards Shedeur. I agree with that. It's not a real thing. They tried to make it a real thing. It was the people who didn't know about football who were bringing up, oh man, we're gonna be intercepting this. We're gonna be jumping on this. All that stuff. It wasn't real, Black Pearl. It wasn't real. It was not real at all. Did y'all know that Shedeur's rookie stats are better than Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Matthew Stafford, Troy Aikman, Jared Goff, Dan Orlovsky, Tim Hasselbeck? They don't want to talk numbers. It's like any little thing Shedeur does gets blown out of proportion. I learned that big time last season. Detroit Gemini, that is a fact. That is a fact. Our Jizzle. Me too. It's a first for me too. Why is there such a high arch when Mendoza throws long? That's that velocity question. That's when they were talking about velocity. Okay, I think I went back and got it for you, Black Pearl. D, I asked you a question in my comment. I think I got that for you. Only the barbershop will get views from me. Over time, the more people talk, the more they show who they are. So at that point, you got free will to determine if they, make sense or if they don't. Mendoza. I don't watch videos with Cleveland media in it by content creators I'm subscribed to. Our Jizzle said, I just avoid it altogether. Lima still trying to justify it was Shedeur's fault. He fell in the draft. Lima, stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
A player checked that DB that said that about Shedeur patting the ball. Yeah, that DB ain't know what he's talking about. Didn't someone pull the stats for the guy that said he would break on the ball and he didn't have any interceptions this season? Yeah, and I think his best season, he had 2 career interceptions in his best season. Let's keep it rocking. Oh, man, I got to find a spot because I can't sit and listen to them a long time. I think it's about here.
Hate me. Who's we? Who are you? What
do you mean?
Who are you talking to? I don't think Browns fans are doing this.
I'm talking to.
You said somebody on one of
No,
Shedeur's
it's not just somebody. It's
fans.
somebody.
One of Shedeur's
No,
people.
no, this is not a fan. This is some. Ask the Shedeur people who Hova 76 is. He's not just.
I don't know
nobody.
who that is.
You don't know who he is.
Okay. Let's play a game. And if y'all know and I don't know, that's cool. I'm cool with being wrong. Do y'all know who Hova 76 is that he's talking about? Do y'all know who Hova 76 is he's talking about? Because I'm not sure. I peep a lot of media frauds when it comes to Shedeur. Yep. Doing it for clicks and clout. It was sad that some of the brothers co-signed that bull junk. They did. I'll say this. I'd rather know how you truly feel than not know, even if I don't agree with you. D, the sad part is it's not real, but it was real enough to drop Shedeur to the 5th round. That is a fact, Shanithia. That's a fact. That's a fact. D, what do you think about Shiloh Shedeur being on that guy Aiden's stream? I think Shiloh is friends with some of the people he's friends with. So I think that's why he was on there. Aiden, that's a whole different category right there. that is a whole different category right there. Something different. Lima is a troll. He just trolls Shedeur fans. I agree with that. So true is always your own people. I seen his tweets. He posts on Twitter in support of Shedeur. Okay. Daisha, I've seen his post. Detroit Gemini said no. I don't know the person, but I see tweets on X. Okay, got you. Us folks need to stay away from Aiden. Agreed. That's the only one. Okay, got you. So he's saying people know who he is, so y'all know who he is. Y'all are familiar. Jay-Z? Jay-Z? I'm lost. Tell me more about Jay-Z.
He is, but they do. Go on YouTube right now. If you guys are interacting with the show, tell Ken who this dude is, because he's basically spoken on behalf of the Sanders family before. And again, I told you.
All right, but
see, this is not being honest. If I say something that somebody who is close to Shedeur agrees with, that doesn't mean I'm speaking for the Sanders family. Let's just get to the real. Let me find the. I can't listen to too much of this, y'all. Let me find the real point of this. Let's go here.
Yes. Then why?
He's in the inner circle.
Okay, but you said we. You're just talking to people who are close to Shedeur. I'm talking about Browns fans. I don't hear Browns fans comparing him to Fernando Mendoza every day. Now, we have not spoken a lot about Fernando Mendoza because it's a non-starter for us. I've thought a couple of times, well, the Raiders have a bunch of picks. If they weren't sure, but that's a conversation about Fernando Mendoza. I will say that I have heard some people pick apart Fernando Mendoza here because we got a month until the draft.
That's how the draft works.
That's how the draft works. Browns fans. So I'm talking to Browns fans. So I'll play along with you on this. I don't mean no disrespect. I have no idea who this person is. All right.
All right, got you. I was lost. I was seeing Jay-Z. I was seeing Hove. Okay, thank you. Got you. Appreciate y'all. Your boy was lost. I was lost here, y'all. Lost.
All right. But if you're thinking that, if you're questioning which one was ridiculed more or picked apart more, Shedeur or Fernando Mendoza, it was absolutely Shedeur.
With
100% it was Shedeur. Shedeur changed, him and his dad changed everything in college football.
I agree with that, but part of that is the fault of Shedeur.
What?
He decided to go against the grain with representing himself, not the interview stuff. We played the audio from Todd. Entire protocol for how to as to not screw up
cautionary tale is the word you're looking for.
NFL teams, and you should be here. And you
trying to be difficult, but I'm going to be difficult about this.
I just don't think Shedeur fans or Browns fans need to worry about Fernando Mendoza and his pre-draft process.
Okay. I'm sorry we had to suffer through all of that. I only wanted to get to that one part. Now, this is my view. This is my view on why he is saying y'all don't need to worry about anything that happened previously with Shedeur because Shedeur is getting the opportunity. This is my view. This is my view. This is what they don't want, y'all. They don't want people to pull the receipts. If you ever have a situation where somebody wants you to just move forward, never look at what just happened less than a year ago, they are doing that because they don't want you looking back on things that they did. He's saying, move forward. He got an opportunity now because this is what happens. If you start looking back pre-draft and post-draft, what happened with Shedeur and the things that they made negative, then as we go into the year, what happens next? When Shedeur and the Browns have a better season than they believe they can have, when Shedeur looks better, when the team believes in him, coach gives him opportunity, better offensive weapons, better offensive line, upgraded wide receivers, upgraded offensive scheme. When that happens, what do we do next? We pull all the receipts on the people who said Shedeur was never going to be good. Shedeur was lucky to be in the NFL. He is a 5th-round pick. He might be cut. That's the next step in it. We're going to pull all the receipts on them. So they're just saying, man, don't talk about none of this draft stuff. Don't talk about none of the stuff that we made a big deal last year. Don't talk about none of the stuff that we said previously. Because now you're going to expose us in what we said. And remember, they listened to every word that Kevin Stefanski told them, and they wrote it out there like it was gospel. And what do we learn, y'all? What do we learn? The lie detector test determined that everything Kevin said was a lie. Everything. So this is not to control how we look at Fernando Mendoza, how we compare how they do things on the football field. That is not what this is. This is to protect himself in the future. That is what he is doing right here, y'all. This is not the normal troll act. This is not the same. This is self-preservation. Self-preservation. He going to get a certain level of engagement. So I don't even think this is engagement farming. This is self-preservation. Move past all this. Talk about the football. That's what this is. Don't put receipts on other people because then you're going to put receipts on me. That's what he doesn't want. That's what they don't want. Don't put no receipts on me. Don't put no receipts on me. All right, let's catch up on the chat. The thing about Lima is he just tries to refute everything in support of Shedeur. It's ridiculous. That part is true. He does do that, but I think this one is different because this is the cleanest, clear football conversation. This is apples to apples. This is quarterback to quarterback. Quarterbacks doing the exact same thing. This is the most clear it's going to get, and both of it happened at their pro days. This is the most clean football conversation you're going to get, and he does not want that to be had. They roast Tyvus hairline so bad on G Bush Live, I felt sorry for him. Man, I'm going to tell you all this. You just got to lean into the age. We all age. Aging is part of it. You just got to hope that you're here to age and just accept it. It's like I'll tell you, this is no knock to everybody that does this, but I'm just going to explain to you why I don't do this. So if you put my microphone, I don't know, my light is too bright, but I got the grays. A lot of people, when they get my age and they start getting the grays and they're showing, people die and they do all that stuff. I don't do that because the way I look at life is it's a gift to live for your hair to turn gray. It's people I went to school with. It's people I grew up with. It's people who are younger than me. They are not here to see this day. So it's a gift. So I accept age. I accept that I'm getting older. I accept that my hair is going to turn gray. I accept that my hairline is going to go back. I accept all those things. I'm not fighting those things. I'm not fighting it. I just accept it. I view it as a gift. So if you ever wanted to say, oh, well, you always wear a hat because this or that, just know it ain't going to work. I'm not going to take it personal. I'm going to laugh at you. Unfortunately, if they was roasting up, if he felt some type of way about it, advice I would say is don't give him the power over you. Don't give him the power over you. Don't do it because I think it's a gift to grow older. Now I think his line, I haven't known that person to speak on behalf of Shedeur. He tweets like anyone else. Yeah, I agree with that. Shedeur was not feeling that aiding streamer. You could tell by his energy. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I only watched part of it. Lima quote tweeted this in response to Hova. He's definitely lying. That's what they do. They do. I was there. Y'all broke Tyvis. Y'all was going in on Tyvis like that? What was it? Was it Tyvis? Was it talking about Tyvis' hair or him defending Jason Lloyd? Which one was it? Never mind. They're talking about someone else who calls himself Hova76. Okay, yeah, because I saw y'all putting Jay-Z in the thing, and I was like, I'm lost. Lyman needs to be president of the Shedeur fan club because he sure care what we say. He is obsessed. Shedeur fans are not a monolith, dude. For real. It's a nothing burger making something out of nothing. Yeah, I think this is self-preservation. And that's the main issue the mainstream have with Shedeur and Lamar. They represent themselves. And they always going to tell you the truth of what the issue is. He say bring it up, made up narratives. Nasty work. I agree. They just don't want nobody to bring up those receipts. Art Jizzle, we on the same page. So we can't be fans of football and speak on any other draftees of football players. He's nuts, for real. I beat you, D. You keep stealing my messages, bro. Hey, we on the same page, Art Jizzle. Great minds think alike. I promise. I didn't copy your style. I promise. That's why they don't like us. Lyman needs to lay off Twitter. It's making him look real stupid. Looking funny in the light. He can't help it. Black Pearl, I don't like him. The feelings are mutual. Oh, wait. I think I'm way behind. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Lima already admitted Kevin lied to them. He can't take it back now. He can't. Protecting them feelings because he knows them chickens coming home to roost. For real. All but maybe 3 or 4 said Brucey Gable was better than Shedeur. Ooh, they do not want those receipts to come out. It is a way to clear his guilty conscience while continuing to bash Shedeur any chance he gets. I just cut mine off. Plus, I got a new shaped. I'm happy I read that wrong. I'm happy I read that wrong. Art Jizzle, we just gonna leave it at you just cut yours off. You cut your hair off. Absolutely not. You gotta call people on their BS. I say hold them accountable. Every freaking thing. No self-preservation for none of them. That's what they want us to do. They want us to not bring up the receipts. It ain't gonna work. We gonna bring them up. That is right, D. Hova76 called out the hypocrisy about Shedeur patting the ball. Lyman didn't like it. He tries to challenge his take on Hova76 wasn't having it. Okay, got you. Everything that comes out of this guy's mouth is very personal with him when it comes to Shedeur. Some real undertones and overtones, Bull Connor type stuff. Them saying to us, just forget about last year and the things they said is equivalent to them slapping us and saying, I didn't mean it. Move on. Has anybody gotten slapped and just let it go? Nope. That's what they want to do. It's to protect themselves. Both. Defending Lloyd. Okay. Oh, it was both. They went in on him because of the Jason Lloyd comments. Okay, got you. Yeah, that was bad. In the moment, I told y'all, I was like, that's bad. That is bad. That's the problem. They want us to forget about everything while they continue to keep their foot on our neck. Not going to happen. Nope. New media is about receipts and pulling up what people said. Oh, you said this yesterday and you saying this today? It's recorded. We remember. We're going to pull it up. Old media, they lived in a world where nobody put receipts on them. Nobody called them out for the bad takes. Nobody kept track of how often they were wrong. Once you start to keep track of how often they're wrong, you realize it's no reason to listen to them. It's no reason. You just, I can cut this out of my rotation. And they know that that's the end game. That's how it's going to end. Nobody's going to listen to them. They know it. It's not going to work. It is not going to work. All right, let me pull this up I think I blocked Anthony Lima. So the post you sent, Zedric, it said blocked. So I'm looking like, wait, did I block somebody? So let me pull this up. Let me go here. I was lost for a second. Let's go here. Let me take this down. Let's add this in. All right. Shout out to Zedric. We got it here. So I blocked Anthony Lima. So my initial time I was looking at it, I'm like, dang, blocked. But I blocked Anthony Lima. I don't want to see what he's talking about. I only see it through other ways. But here we go. Shedeur Sanders was criticized for weeks leading up to the 2025 NFL draft for patting the ball before every throw. He needs to stop patting the ball. And then he highlights Fernando Mendoza patting the ball, which I think to me, that's apples to apples comparison. That is apples to apples comparison. To me, I see that. That's apples to apples. Let's see what Anthony Lima says. Shedeur's buddies got to let this stuff go. It's okay to admit that other QBs can eclipse his college career and handle that draft process exponentially better than he did. It's also not a black-white thing. Cam Ward, Caleb Williams, Bryce Young, all win number one overall, handled the draft process far better. We don't have to write paragraphs of fan fiction to make us feel better. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what Anthony Lima did here. Anthony Lima is exposing himself, and I don't mean in that way. He is making this black and white. I've never heard, and I don't even know who the white person is he's talking about, because Fernando Mendoza, they said, is not white. So I don't know the white person that Anthony Lima is talking about, but him taking it to race is more him doing that. That's him. Because, I mean, I didn't know Fernando Mendoza was white because they told me he was Cuban. He had a Hispanic background. So, I don't know. You're showing us that you care more about race than what it actually is. Let's click on his tweet. Wait, let's see. Or is there more replies? All right, I'm going to have to log in to my account real quick. We're going to do it live. That's okay. We could do it live. Let's take this down. Let's take this back. And we're going to get to it. Let's go here. Here. I think in my X account, I'll be able to see more. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. And then I'll just highlight.
These sound awkward.
Let me pause this. I'll just highlight that browser source, and then we'll look at it more. Okay, so let's do this. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's all good, Zedric. I'll show it. I'll show it now. Let's go here. Make this bigger so y'all can see. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, let's go here. Okay, let's read it. Shout out to you, Zedric. Shedeur was criticized for weeks leading up to the 2025 NFL draft for patting the ball before every throw. He needs to stop patting the ball. That ball pattern stuff won't work in the NFL. A lot of that ball pattern will lead to sacks in the NFL. Shedeur does not have an NFL quality release. He passed the ball before every throw. He'll never succeed in the NFL with that habit. This was being printed all over the place leading up to the 2025 NFL draft. I opened X today, and here was the top trending story. Fernando Mendoza dominates at Indiana's Pro Day. I pulled up the live. Let me make sure y'all can see it. I pulled up the live. Okay, right here. I pulled up the live videos of his performance, and guess what jumped off the screen? He pats the ball before every throw. I have not seen one article. I have not seen one quote from an anonymous GM. I have not seen one statement from an unnamed NFL source regarding his slow delivery or his patting the ball. You folks are not ready to have the difficult conversation about how the sports media in America handles black quarterbacks coming out of college versus how they handle the white quarterbacks coming out of college. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense why he was saying the black and white thing. But if you just read it, where's he wrong at? Where's he wrong at? Where is he wrong at? This is to me apples to apples comparison. This is not. I mean, he added race at the end, but I wouldn't say race is the overwhelming thing that he's highlighting here. To me, the overwhelming thing that he's highlighting is player A did said thing. They shouldn't be in the NFL. Player B did said thing. They're going to be the number one unanimous overall pick, doing the exact same thing at the same position 1 year apart. So, I mean, race is a very small part of it. So, I don't know. Am I missing something? I think the lazy way out is to only attack what he said about the race. I think more of this is about doing the same actions. So, maybe I'm tripping. Am I tripping? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I don't know. Where we at? They ain't ready, D. I don't think they are. The detractors are the obsessed ones. You can believe no viewing a clip on any rookie, someone in the comments is going to mention Shedeur or his fans. Ate up with their hate, for real. They have a problem with black culture, i.e. hip-hop. Shedeur embodies it. I've said this before. They don't want to see you crowd. Yeah, they're not smart. They're about to lose that Hall of Fame vote also. Good person to block, D. I was like, I don't need to see this. They only have a few more months until they can't get these takes off anymore. The last laugh comment. I agree with that. Okay, got you. We read more from Hova76. Why does he have to associate Shedeur with random person on the internet? This don't make sense, guys. Shedeur don't know that guy on Twitter. Yeah, I don't know why they lumping it together. Mendoza is a white Hispanic. I would just say this. I lived in South Florida where there are more cultures, I would say culturally diverse. I would not lump somebody because of their skin color in and say they are white, because if you ever go around anybody who is Cuban, who is Dominican, who is Brazilian, they, in my experience, anecdotal, very small experience, there have been less people from other countries who call themselves white than call themselves white. So for me, you can do whatever you want to do and say it however you want to say it. For me, being around people from different cultures and different backgrounds, I did not overwhelmingly hear themselves call themselves white. So I'm not going to do that. Okay, got you, Zedric. We got the Hova's tweets. Lima definitely showed his hand with this tweet. I agree. They know it and trying to hold on for dear life. Well, you know, there are Hispanics, Latinos that are considered white. I let people tell me what they consider themselves. I don't group people in like that. And it's not something I like for people to do to me. So that's why I do it that way. If I'm not saying y'all got to do that, I'm just letting you know how I handle it. Shedeur's buddies, Shedeur don't know him. Yeah, that don't make sense. You just lump somebody in because they support Shedeur. If you just use the lens of somebody tweeting or saying something positive about Shedeur, would you consider me Shedeur's buddy? Like, it don't make sense. It makes no sense. Lima a clown. I agree with that. Not wrong at all. 13 Pro Cal. What's going on? What is going on? I'm excited because the switch up will be hilarious. Oh, it's gonna be too funny. With worse stats, subtle or over. I know exactly what I'm seeing from this clown. Yes. Lima has been stalking and hating on Shedeur since 2011. He has. Hova 76 ain't say anything false. Yeah, like I read all of it. I don't know what the issue is. All right, everything he said before the last paragraph can stand on its own. I agree. Worse stats on a better team, exactly. Yep, but they won't say that part. Drop a link to that Twitter in chat, please. Oh, I got you right here. Let me see. Here it is right here. Believe me, if Shedeur was not in the same draft as Cam would have got it. Shedeur protected that whole class and still is. I agree with that. Same double standard, bias against Shedeur showed in Ty Simpson comment about changing franchise. Another note, Shedeur said he was capable of playing better than QBs in the league. They left capable off. They did. They did. How do I send you a Twitter leak? Bucky Gordy, do this. Just off the record D on Twitter. Just DM it to me on there. DM it to me on there. Hispanic is not a race though. He's white with a Latin background. No, I believe from what I've read, if I said Hispanic, I misspoke, but I read his mom was Cuban. Cuban, you could be Cuban. So Cuban is different. If you are Cuban, if you are Brazilian, these are different places. I mean, just think, if you're Haitian, if you're Jamaican, if you're Dominican, Bahamian. So like I said, you can do whatever you choose. I'm not going to lump every company in South America together or put them under the umbrella of something. I don't like when people do that to me. So I'm careful with doing things that I don't like people doing to me, not just going to go do it to everybody else. So that's just my stance. I'm not saying you got to agree with it. Just let you know where I stand. Black Pearl, I like the Raiders also, but I can't stomach the Raiders channels right now with the Mendoza glazing. Yeah, I don't think people are being honest about Mendoza. I don't know. There has been no NFL rookie treated like Shedeur. I agree with that. No NFL rookie treated like that. I'm late and driving. What's up, D and the fam? Ivy League Mac, what's going on? What's going on? What is going on? What's going on, Marie? Welcome in.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
What is going on, Marie? Let's go here.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Marie got something to say on the way in. Happy Friday, Off the Record family. Blessing everyone. Welcome in, Marie. Welcome in, Marie. And thank you so much. We appreciate you and all your support, all your kind words. Happy Good Friday. Happy Good Friday. We appreciate you. He ain't better than Shedeur. The end. That's the story. Mendoza is way more of a developmental QB than they want to explain. Even the Raiders coaches feel that way. All right, thank you, Bucky. I got you right here. Can we see it? All right, yeah, we can see it. All right, let's play it. Let me catch up and then I'm gonna play that. I got that one. Did you see Josh Cribbs' video saying it will be a great underdog story if Watson start? Those old players want to live in the past. Yeah. Josh Cribbs, you are a Cleveland Browns legend. You did some very special things. You were our only source of a positive scoring opportunity. But that's an L take, dog. Josh Cribbs, respectfully. That's an L take. That's an L take, dog. Respectfully, I'm sorry. Buck Gordy, I got you right here. Shout out to you. Did I miss the main event? Let's get ready to rumble. I got you.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Shedeur going to make them remember when they doubted him. I agree with that. My only comment, we do not care. I like that, Ivy League.
We do not care.
Talk to him. Shedeur took all the hits and they let Cam, Jackson, and other rookie class alone. Didn't criticize them for anything they did because they were obsessed with anything Shedeur. That's a fact. It's about to get dangerous. What is the deal with Mendoza? Why is tagged as special? I'm trying to figure it out. I think it is size, maybe. He's tall. He had team success. I'm not saying Mendoza can't turn into something. I'm saying, to me, he's only a surefire number 1 overall pick in this draft. If you put him last year, nobody's taking him over Cam Ward. You go 2 years ago, nobody's taking him over Caleb Williams. So the further you go back, if you go to the draft with Caleb Williams, I think Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, those 3 all go before him. So it's just it's a good time for him to be in this draft. That's what I think. But like, I watched him. He gonna need development. He is going to need development. Like, he hasn't taken a lot of snaps under center, the type of offenses they ran. Like, and this is not me hating on him. It's just he gonna need development. That's what it is. That's the truth of it. That's the reality. Watson isn't better than Shedeur. No, not at all. Not right now. He looks the part. Buck Gordy, yes. Being tall, looking like a quarterback that they feel comfortable with, yes. But if he was true number 1 overall pick, Kirk Cousins would not be getting signed, and they would not be hoping that he could not have to play week 1 and might not play till week 1 in year 2. Yeah, we do not care is on point. Shout out to Zedric.
We do not care.
What did Mendoza do before his run at Indiana? He didn't exist before this season. He didn't. All right, let's get to what Buck Gordy sent us. I think this is more of the conversation that we've been having. So it's right on point.
You brought up Fernando Mendoza's pro day.
Yeah.
In the videos of the pro day, he was making great throws. He was patting the ball.
Yeah.
Remember that was such a big storyline with Shedeur and his pro day?
Oh, how can I forget?
Massive storyline. And so they're like, Fernando Mendoza's patting the ball. Those are all going to get picked off. He's taking too much time. Why are you guys not saying Fernando Mendoza's going to go in the 5th round, Chris?
Yeah, Chris. Don't look at
What,
me.
Chris?
Chops, it's a fair.
Is it really? Because people were then going back at them like, guys, be for real.
No, I say it's fair from the sense of, like, yeah, we made way too big a deal of Shedeur doing it.
The patting the ball, you're saying? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
They're trying to get on the right side of history. They're trying to get on the right side of history, y'all. They're like, look, we got to get to the other side of this. We was on the wrong side of this. We did not understand football. Y'all notice I say that so much. I'm like, these people just don't understand football. And it shows. Because the stuff that they highlight like it's such a big deal, it shows it's a lack of understanding. It's a lack of understanding. So I just see it. Shout out to Buck Gordy. I'm going to follow you back over there. Appreciate it. Because they went undefeated, right? And a Heisman winner. They treat him like he the best thing since sliced bread. They gave Cam Ward none of this shine. None of it. He was 9-10 at He was 9-10 at Cal with mediocre stats. Maurice, guess who's number 2 in sacks behind Shedeur in 2024? This is perfect timing. I know the answer to this. This is a good time. Let's do this. Let's do this. This is gonna be funny. I hope I remember the number right. Let's see if I remember the number. I think this is the number. If I got it wrong, I should be in the neighborhood of it. I should be in the neighborhood of it. All right, I just dropped the poll in for y'all to interact. I'm pretty sure I got the number right. I think I remember it correctly off the top of my head. Let's see. Let me fact check myself real quick. Let's see if I got the number right. Oh, I was nice to him. 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 D, how is it Mendoza gets all the accolades for winning the big one and he is going number 1, but Will Howard won the big one last year and he went in the 6th round of last year's draft. What you were seeing, Black Pearl, is if they want to use the team success for a person to prop them up, they will. And if you're a player that they don't really want to get behind or it's a major story, they won't even talk about you. Will Howard said the exact same thing. He said teams will regret passing up on him. They didn't highlight it. He said that last year during the same draft season when Shedeur said it. They didn't highlight it. So they will use things that they hold against one person as a positive, sometimes in the same draft class and sometimes in the next draft class. That's what we are witnessing. Did Kurt mentor Penix because it missed it? So they think a QB like Kirk, who undercover still wants to be the guy, is going to mentor. Okay. I'm not gonna put that on Kirk Cousins. I was about to put some. I'm not gonna put that on Kirk Cousins. I appreciate that Joe Flacco just saying I'm not here to mentor, because I appreciate when people just say where they truly stand, even if I don't agree with you. So, but that is a good question, because he was no mentor to Penix when they drafted him. He was mad, blindsided were the words that we saw. So even when they try to be real, it's fake. The focus was on the bias about patting the ball. I haven't seen the comments about Fernando Mendoza should fall to the 5th round. He's got a straw man to dim the real point. I agree. Oh, when Shedeur get these weapons and make it to the playoffs, the other QBs of his draft class will start getting some of the heat put on them. He will. He will. These are the reasons we always have to check them when they say slick crap about Shedeur, the greatest QB in history, tapped the ball throughout his career. That is a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. They got no consistency. Black Pearl, they have no consistency. They have no philosophy, and they don't have a way that they view guys on the same level. It's a floating scale. They can tip the scale. They can put their foot on it when they want something to weigh more. They can take their foot off when they want something to be lighter. So it's no consistency with how they view each prospect to prospect. They will knock a person and prop a person up for the exact same thing. That's what it is. The exact same thing. So is no consistency, is no philosophy, is no set standard. They live in the gray. They live in the gray area. That's the best way I can put it. That's where they live. Shedeur spoke up for Howard. He did after they were crushing him. I remember that. They don't have anything new, distract, and confused. Nephew and them about to get him. No mercy. 2 to 3 years, Cleveland Super Bowl champs. Them youngsters ready. Mark this on your calendar. Exactly. Yeah, it ain't gonna make sense. Maurice, exactly. It is also for the QBs after him. Don't think there's enough chemistry with Gable and the team. Stop being mean to the little guy. Oh my goodness. I can't stop thinking about that tiptoes. I cannot stop thinking about the tiptoes. Let's check out the poll before we get to Todd Monken. Let's see. Why is it not showing me? Okay. So I was nice to Fernando Mendoza. Fernando Mendoza was sacked 41 times in 2024. So I was nice. I was one off. I took one of his sacks away. Fernando Mendoza was sacked 41 times in 2024. So if you selected 40, you were closer to right than wrong. That's on me. I was one off. All right, let's get to Todd Monken and these same questions they keep asking my guy that he is not trying to hear.
But roll with me. That's a good-looking haircut.
Fantastic haircut. Fortunately, led me to miss the head coach's picture, but it does look pretty good.
So let's explain that. The head coach's picture was scheduled for noon, high noon. We all saw it on the agenda. They hand out the schedule, noon on Monday. So you decided, was it your decision?
My decision.
To get the haircut. You want to look good for the picture.
100%.
And then?
They moved the picture up. So I guess that's the price of missing a meeting where most everybody was in the meeting but me. So, but I did get a nice haircut out of it.
You walked out of there and then you run into somebody.
I was ready to go.
Yeah.
Don't we have to go to the picture? And they said, no, we just took it 20 minutes ago. So, all right. So.
You're not the only one. Sean McVay missed it as well.
No, it worked out well that there were a couple of us.
Is there, joking aside, any mild disappointment? Like, this is the annual meeting. Like, the photo's kind of a big deal.
No, there's major disappointment. That's why I went and got a haircut, for God's sakes. I wouldn't have gotten the haircut if it wasn't that damn important, but I went and got the haircut and then missed it.
What were you going to wear? Do you have, like, the outfit picked out as well?
Well, I had the right outfit on. I had the outfit on and the haircut. But it is 2026. I ought to be able to somehow find a way to put me in that picture.
There was an AI.
They could crop you in. It's funny how they even call everything AI. They can crop you in the picture, man. All they got to do is go. To make it the cleanest, they could just go to have you take the picture in a similar area where you would have been on the picture. They can crop you right in that thing. They can crop you right in there. Short people song for the little guy. Oh no. Like I said, with a playoff season, Shedeur could get a new contract. Or just talk to him. They never mention his sacks though. They don't. That's why I said there's no philosophy in how they speak about it. Is no standard. They just flip flop. They change it. They live in the gray area. Dang, I bet he don't miss nothing with those ears. Y'all in the ears. Come on now. Don't do this to me twice. C.A. Anderson already got me early in the stream. Don't do this to me twice. Don't do this to me. Let me stay focused. We gonna get through this. Hold on, y'all. We gonna get through this. Come on now. Y'all not gonna get me twice in one stream. You're not gonna get me twice in one stream. We gonna breathe. I really like Monken, man. He is no nonsense and he loves Shedeur. He appreciates the heck out of his gift. He does. Ty said, y'all gonna stay off my QB. He be so tired of talking to them people. He do. Just over it. He's like, man, what is this? What is this?
AI thing.
We spent an hour and a half on AI. I mean, for God's sakes, how cool it is.
Zedric, I'm telling you. Well, just like Martin, the funniest thing is when he used to woosah, he used to touch his ears. We're going to stay focused, man. We're going to stay focused, y'all. We're going to stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused, y'all.
Fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
We gonna stay focused. Let's keep it moving. We gonna stay focused. Y'all. Come on. We gonna get through this.
How forward thinking it is. Why can't they just put my picture in there?
Well, good looking haircut aside, what has this experience been like? You're part of the fraternity. There is a fraternity element certainly to this event among the coaches, plus all the meetings and the rule changes and all that. How's the whole thing gone?
No, it's been great. No, it's pretty cool, pretty surreal. After all the years of working to get to this point, then be a part of that fraternity has been awesome.
We gonna stay focused.
April 7th,
we
because
gonna
you're
stay
one of the 10 new
focused,
head coaches. You get to get
We
your
gonna lock
team in the
We gonna lock
building to
in.
start the offseason
Lock
program
in.
early. Again, no football
in.
stuff yet. Just getting your feet wet, introducing yourself to your team. What's that message
lock
going
in.
to be like?
No, it's exciting. It's everything you do is to be with the players and then eventually get on the grass with them. And our message is it starts April 7th. It's really that simple. There's nothing really else to say other than we start April 7th. And
There's no speech you've had prepared for this
but
moment.
there'll be
Like,
one
this is a
prepared.
cool
I don't have it
moment.
right now, but we'll be ready come April 7th.
How are you? What has this pre-draft process been like for you?
It's been great. Once we got done putting the staff together, we're doing football in the mornings, and then the afternoons, guys are working on, and once free agency got over, we've been working on the draft. And once we get back Monday, actually, as a staff, we'll be back Wednesday, but we'll get back with Andrew in the draft and his people come Monday.
Have you had those aha moments maybe where you're looking at a guy in the office and you go, you know what, I'm going to walk down the hall and I'm going to maybe not pound the table yet. It's still a month out, but have you had those moments you're like, you know what, this guy. Let's take a
Sure,
second
and
look at
I
this
think
guy.
it goes both ways. I think when you watch a player, there's aha moments where you're like,
We gonna stay
I really
focused.
like this player.
Pin your ears back is a football metaphor. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, we gotta stay focused. We gotta stay
Fight for my
focused.
life. Y'all killing me with this.
Oh man. Woo. Y'all. Oh my goodness. Keith, the timing of that chat. We gotta stay focused, y'all. We gotta stay focused. We gotta stay focused. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. Come on, y'all. We gonna get through this. We gonna get through this. Come on.
Their skill
Oh
set, how
man,
he
y'all
fits
taking
us.
me out today.
And I think there's others that maybe not so much. I think it works
Oh, my
both
goodness.
ways, but we only have one perspective of that process, which is watching game tape. Sure, we make some phone calls and talk to, coaches or college coaches, but ultimately it's up to Andrew and his staff to make the ultimate call.
I want to go a little bit deeper on that because you said that at the breakfast this morning. You said that game tape is probably your most important factor here. I've heard from coaches over the years that when you meet with the players, certainly it's important, right? Do I like this guy? Do I jive with this guy? Do I want this guy in my building? But that the tape really tells the story for you.
I think it's the tape and having people that you really trust that know the prospect the best.
Detroit Gemini.
And how does your somewhat recent college experience help you?
It helps. I think it's a piece of it. Just like all of your scouts that get out and about, just like when you're in college, if you go to high schools, recruiting players, I think it's important to build relationships so you get the right information. Because ultimately, whether it's a 20-minute meeting,
Oh my
a
goodness.
30-minute meeting, an hour meeting, a day with a player, that's nothing compared to a coach or an individual that's been around a prospect for a year, for more than a year.
Black Pearl. That boy is poison. Oh man. Y'all are something else, man. Y'all are something else. Y'all got my head hurting. I'm trying to lock in. Every time I get close to locking in, another comment comes through. Y'all are taking me out today. Taking me out today. Let's listen to Coach. Let's listen to Coach, y'all. Whew. Let me breathe. Let me breathe. Man, y'all taking me out today. Y'all are taking me out. D was Watson a good leader on the Browns. I thought I heard him and Miles didn't really get along. I think it was a little bit more separate. like it was offense, defense. So Watson came in. They all went on the trip. Like the whole offense went together, so they were working together. I don't know how close they were collectively, like with the defense. I don't know how close they are with the defense. I don't remember hearing him and Miles had issues. I don't remember hearing that. But I didn't hear anything bad from him with his leadership style. So I don't know. I think he did some things that you would want your starting quarterback to do, but I don't remember anything negative coming out. I don't remember anything negative. My problem with Dylan is Shedeur had to practically tell him to get off the field when he came back in after having his fingers treated. He acted like Shedeur was just there to tell him to play. Remember when you play like Little League football and you don't have the right equipment, or not right equipment, just they don't use it, where you got to run in with the play? He acted like Shedeur was running in with the play and was going to run back off the field. And it's like, nah, I'm here to play. You got to go. C. Anderson, yes, we still going strong. We still here. We still here. It's like, man, get off the field. I'm back.
What is that prospect like on an everyday basis? How are they wired? That, along with the tape, I think gives you the best chance to shrink the margin for error.
Philosophically, as a first-year head coach, do you need 6'24", 37 for that matter, to be immediate impact players? Are you willing to say, you know what, that guy might take a little bit of time, even at 6 or at 24, but I love his long-term potential. Let's do it.
I hope they all are.
That was a very, very pointed question right there. He asked him, are you willing to kind of bet on somebody's upside long-term at 6 and 24? And Todd Monken is like, nah, I hope they're ready. Even at 29, even at 39, I hope they're ready to play and make an impact right away. So what that does is any player who you could project out as a long-term project, that was really a no to Ty Simpson right there. If they didn't know, oh man, who can we just take off the board? That's a no to Ty Simpson. Because everybody's projecting him. He needs more time to develop. Only 15 starts at college when he's graduating. So that's not enough time. That's a development plan. Todd is saying, no, we need guys that can play right away.
Hope every draft pick's immediate impact. It's more fun that way. There are some really good players in this draft that I am confident that all the way down to 39 that there's going to be an impact player.
You have spoken repeatedly about how you would like this quarterback competition to look. But you also said that at Georgia, you had a situation once, 4 or 5 quarterbacks. That just doesn't work. You said, I think that's not ideal. What is the ideal quarterback competition look for you, starting as early as April 7?
Well, first of all, I think we've got 3 outstanding quarterbacks that are going to be competing for our starting position. Like any position on our team, there's going to be competition. So I'm excited to get started with those guys. I don't think, as I said this morning, I don't think you can give equal reps to all in a given day.
Explain that.
Well, in a given day, I don't think in any position you can't go into a day and say everybody's going to get equal reps, because everybody's not equal in terms of where they are in terms of on our team. Now, every position's a little bit different. Certainly you have starters that have shown on tape their ability to play at a high level. Well, they're going to start with our ones. Mm-hmm. Then you're going to have some form of a depth chart the first day that you roll out there, right? They're able to go against each other. You're going to have to, okay, here's the ones. Okay, well, who is that? Well, there's some guesswork involved, and yet there's some of it that's proven already on film.
Can somebody win that job before the 3rd week of July?
Sure they can.
I like that he has not put any limitations on it, and I just can't believe the infatuation with Shedeur's gift, the infatuation with evenly split reps. I knew Tony Grosky, Mary Kay. I knew some of them didn't understand football. I'm surprised that Siliano is asking that question. I'm surprised that he's asking, why can't reps be divided equally? How? Like, if they ever went through a practice, if they just went through a practice, you would just look and see that it doesn't go like you would think. So they're not doing everything the same amount of times in a practice. So they're not running this scheme versus this defense equal times or everybody gets a shot at it. That's not how it works. And practice is on a time limit. So just you're fighting against time, and you can't just be switching in. Like, it doesn't make sense. That's why it was so wrong what Kevin Stefanski was trying to explain last year about how he was doing it. Everybody said this is not going to work. It didn't work. So the refs things is so basic. I don't understand how they're not getting this. Yeah, got you. That makes sense now. Okay, cool. Detroit Gemini, to your question earlier about them as a leader. Okay, you guys, why are they still so fascinated over Shedeur's gift 2 months later? What is that about? I just think they harp on things, and like they never let stuff go. They just keep going back to the same things. Like, do some homework when you're not there. All the way down to 39. Interesting. Yeah, they want some impact guys. They got impact guys in that range last year. That's the Carson Schwetzinger. That's the Quinshon Junkins. So that's some guys that can come in and play. That's not we're gonna draft a guy and stash a guy. That's not saying that. Yep, the guys drafted in that range were impact guys. All 3 guys competing. Show Shedeur's first. There you go. Even here, Shedeur got the longest video. They putting it out there. Depth chart. Shedeur, Watson, Dillon, there it is. It never got clarified last year. I think that's why they're asking. I could be wrong. I think that's being fair to him. It's one of those things where I'm surprised nobody asked Kevin Stefanski, like, have you ever divided up reps equally before you had it, like, with no competition? Because then that would give you the answer. Black Pearl, they got the depth chart already. Oh, she said, nah, that's my order. That is such a selfish non-team player move. How many times do we see Shedeur stand up for Dillon? I agree with that. D, have you seen the latest depth chart? It has all new players on it. What does it mean in April? Did you see it on ESPN or did you see it on the Browns website, Detroit Gemini? And then I'll look at it. Last year with Gabriel, they were okay with it. Really. They can't grasp because they are used to being lied to. It's hard to handle the truth. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm like, man, this depth chart thing seems so obvious to me. I mean, not depth chart, reps thing. Feel Good Friday. Since you are on today, I love it. Black Pearl on top of it. Yeah, let me see. Let's see if the Browns got something on their website real quick. It seemed to me that they had an agreement about what and how to ask questions to Kevin. Yeah, because they did not. All right, that looked funky over there. Let's put it up on my phone. They didn't really go in depth the same way. They just kind of kept things at arm's length and accepted Kevin's non-answers. All right, ESPN. Okay, cool. Let's go to ESPN. And let's listen to more of Todd Monken's answer while I'm looking this up.
Or they can at least put themselves in position to go into the fall as our starter. Doesn't matter what position.
To cement that come July.
Right.
Training camp.
Exactly. To at least take a step forward in terms of where we believe they're at that moment.
Ideally, would that be the best case scenario?
Of course.
Okay. Shedeur's horse head. Have you named it?
I have not. I have not named it yet.
Okay. But it's
should I?
I don't know. Has he seen Godfather? Like, I mean, horse head's an odd
I know,
gift.
but it's not a bloodied real head.
I understood, and it wasn't
it's
in
a
your
gift.
bed.
It wasn't a threat.
Right, I understand that. I wasn't
Yeah.
suggesting. It was just
Yeah.
I haven't heard of anyone giving anyone a horse head before.
Yeah. I think there's been players before that might have sent one or wanted to send one that's a threat, but I don't think that was the case.
Are you open to gifts?
I am open.
Man, the horse head thing is just strange. All right, so I got to put up here Detroit Gemini. Detroit Gemini, you're right. They're showing Shedeur as the starter. They're showing Deshaun Watson as a 2 and Dillon Gabriel as a 3. I mean, it's early, but it looks like it makes sense. They're showing DeJuan Jones at left tackle, Zion Johnson at left guard, Elton Jenkins at center, Tevin Jenkins at right guard, Titus Howard at right tackle. So they have it listed here, but this is pretty. This is pretty early. It could change. It could change, but this is pretty early. So this is early. I mean, this is what they have out. We'll see. We'll pay attention to it. Remember, Gabriel needs all the rep. That's what he said. They have Dylan QB3. Now he was 2. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yes, the Godfather. I don't really trust the ear guy. He's talked down on Shedeur as well and has devalued his ability. I remember him from the Eisen show. Nathan is about the only one somewhat not biased. Yeah, the guys that work for the Browns. I thought when he spoke to Shedeur initially, he was positive about Shedeur. But you know, it was listening to what they were saying. They were listening to Kevin Stefanski. Some real weirdos. I don't understand the infatuation with this gift. I just don't understand it. If the gift was a sweater, would they ask this many questions about it? If it was just a sweater with a horse head on it, would they ask this many questions? I just don't. I think they think this makes for a good story when really it's like, why do we keep talking about it? Oh, wow. They changed that because the last time I looked, they had Shedeur, Dylan, then Watson. I remember that. Actually, the last time I looked, I think Watson was last too. I think that was a month ago or so, if I remember correctly. But it's your jobs to lose. I agree with that. It is.
Open to gifts. I think it was great. I was not expecting that from him. I do not expect it. Do not send gifts.
Okay.
That is not. I found it. I found it interesting.
Okay.
And I was excited.
Of course.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like presents? 2 quick questions.
Tika, remember you said whenever he talked about Shedeur, he really gets to smiling. I just noticed it again there as he's talking about Shedeur and the gift he got him. He's smiling again. The rest of it, he looking like, man, what are we doing?
Deshaun Watson in 2023. You had a front row seat. You were there in Baltimore when he had that perfect second half. David Njoku's breaking tackles. Dustin Hopkins is hitting a field goal. You saw that firsthand. Is that guy still in there? And if so, how do you get that guy?
God, I hope so. When I did get a chance to meet with him, it was refreshing. And I think he's excited to get started. Another opportunity with a new staff. And I can't wait to get started again come April 7th.
And finally, you texted with Miles. What was that text convo like? Were there emojis? Were there?
No, there's no emojis. It was just I was asking him a couple of questions and some insight. At that time, he happened to be overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at first he was traveling, then he was overseas for the Olympics. But I look forward to getting him back in the building, getting started.
All right, and a good conversation.
Yep, no
All right.
question.
April 7th.
I think when in the fall, I think the way he's going to talk about Shedeur is going to be totally different. Not in a negative way, but I think when Shedeur earns his starting job, I think you'll really hear more praise on him. That's what I get from that. These jokers really do try to form anything Shedeur does as negative. They do. They try to twist it up. I don't get it. Why twist it? If they were so curious about the meaning of the horse head, they could have Googled it like I did. Simple. Very simple. Very simple. Name the horse head. Ignorance is bliss. Shanithia for real. It's so much he really wants to say about Shedeur. Okay, I got that one. I can't wait until we speak more candidly. Who don't like presents? Yet y'all keep asking about it. Make it make sense. It don't make no sense. Cleveland media has to do better. This is embarrassing. That's one thing I started to see last year with how they're asking questions. It's almost like every press conference or interview, it's always a couple questions where we're just kind of looking at the screen like, why is that a question? Like, why is that a question? There's always a couple of times throughout the stream, and this definitely had, like, why is that a question? A couple of times. So I just don't get it. I don't understand. But Todd Monken, he like, man, stop asking me these questions. I don't want to talk about this. Keep this thing on football. They don't know enough about football to keep it on football. So, it's going to be all over the place. All over the place. shout out to y'all for this Good Friday stream, making this a definitely a memorable stream. Shout out to y'all. We're on the right path. Shedeur is going to be fine. It's a new Cleveland. Things are changing. They got to get ready for what they're going to see in the fall. They got to get ready. Did y'all hear Robert Saleh talking about Cam? It was so refreshing to see a coach speak about his players like that. I hope the same happens for Monken and Shedeur. I think it will. I think it's going to, once he is settled in as a starter, he can put out the true feelings about how he views him. D, you have the world's best independent media, social media, beat reporters that support you. I appreciate you. We on top of it, y'all. We're on top of it. Year 2 won't be like year 1. We're not really going to need to look at that much media. I'm telling y'all, we're going to have, the stream is going to have segments, breakdowns. It's going to have a lot of things. The reactions, I'm telling y'all, reactions during the season are going to be like 10 to 15. Let's say between 10 and 20% of the stream is going to be reactions. But it's going to be real subjects. It's going to be football, the games that are being played, things that are happening, ideas on game plans, what other teams do well, what they're trying to take away. The main thing is the football and the players' performance, and that's going to be the main thing. To sum it up in short, the main thing is going to be the main thing when the football is live. That's what it's going to be. So hopefully y'all going to enjoy it. You're right. Todd Monken is over them. He is. Monken setting boundaries with them. Andrew backed off after Monken's response. My take: Gabriel doesn't make it through camp. Gone before September, definitely. I hope he's not a quitter. I'm back in on the replay queue. Busy Friday. All good. We appreciate you, Marie. Right, the real ones right in here. Y'all are right here. We're gonna enjoy it. I'm on the replay crew. All good. Good podcast. Really enjoyed it. Thank you, A.M. Williams. Going to be many. Oh, wow. I didn't know he could do that. A lot of them. Thank you, D, in the chat for a great stream. Everyone have a blessed weekend. Let's shout out everybody who supported the stream, tapping in, putting in for the Jersey Fund. We're going to get that other number 2. Shout out to Keith Hunt. Shout out to C.A. Anderson. Shout out to Black Pearl. Shout out to Selma Fudge. Shout out to Marie. Shout out to the Patreon crew. Definitely tap into the Patreon. We're doing some big, exciting things over there. Y'all enjoy your Easter weekend. Don't worry about the negativity and nonsense that they put out there. Protect your peace. And I will see y'all on Monday. Peace, everybody. Thank you.